Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the first round of playoffs here on Idaho League of Legends. I'm Sam. Today I'm joined by another Sam. Another League of Legends caster swap up around. Today your Idaho Vandals are going to be going against RPI and a rematch that we had earlier this semester up in week 2. Idaho did lose that game 0-2 with one game that went almost an hour long, ending at just about 48 minutes into it. It was an incredible set, but they're already in the draft now. And we'll be jumping in shortly to start discussing these picks.
Hey, look, it's draft. We're discussing the picks.
What?
RPI as the top side did have side select for game number 1 here. So they opted for that red side, as you well know, Sam. We'll be looking for that R5 counter pick here tonight. Ari, Zach, and Gangplank all taken off the ban.
No
off
surprises
the board.
there.
Nah, not at all. Garen, Ezreal, and LeBlanc taken off the board by the Vandals. And we're going for that first pick, Morgana mid, actually. I do believe it'll be.
Yes, Shiny Shoes has been.
Yes.
Had some nice success on Morgana mid this time around.
It's a power pick right now.
Yeah.
So too is the Rise also going to be in the mid lane. They're going to get paired up with the Wukong for RPI. And I got to say, I'm getting a very World Z sense out of this draft here. Like, all right, so this is T1 and, well, no, they're not T1 because T1 won the whole thing. They're not going to win the whole thing. Anyway.
Nice 3-peat coming in from T1, though.
No, it wasn't.
Faker's got to lose at some point.
Yeah, no, it should have been that one. Anyway.
Idaho logging in their second Doom and Newbie on the Jinx.
Yes! We know, it should be well known by now, I'm a huge fan of Doom's Jinx. It has won us many, many games we should not have won. It has that hyper scaling potential in the late game, and he works wonders on it. The real question is what Funeral is going to pull out in support. I'm feeling it's probably going to be a Leona or a Rel. I don't think we slam Pike blue 1 here. We're going with the Warwick jungle instead. Oh, I didn't know Overlord played Warwick.
I didn't either. This will be an interesting pick. I've yet to see him busted out in any of these games.
I am a Warwick main.
Oh,
like
fun.
in the jungle, I am a Warwick main. So there will be lots of judging on my part here.
That is very valid.
It's not a bad pick. I don't know that I really don't love it anymore.
You don't like the Mel?
I don't love Warwick into the Mel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I also don't like Mel in general. The $1 million question, though, is where is that Mel going?
It could be support, could be in the mid lane.
Mel support just got murdered.
Oh, fun. That's good for me in the bot lane.
Yeah, same. All the bot laners are rejoicing right now. We could see Rise top Mel mid.
True.
It could still be a Mel support, don't get me wrong, but the latest patch that just came out, Mel support got nuked. It is also worth noting that we are on the newest patch, which has the new champion Zaheen out. Zaheen is a full playoffs ban, so we will not see him tonight or ever until January or February, whenever we come back.
Seems like a pretty fun pick, though. Biped was going over some of his kit with me and giving me a more in-depth look that I just don't have the knowledge for myself, and He seems like it'll be a nice champ to in the top lane. Simple with some.
We'll see where he evens out. He is right now ridiculously overtuned, like all new champion drops are.
Yes.
So we'll see where he balances out after the next couple of patches, and then I'll make up my decision. Because, Mel still hurts. They're still nerfing Mel.
Yeah. Very true. Idaho going ahead and banning the Poppy, which is an interesting take because that's a pick that Funeral likes to throw in on the support sometimes, so.
I'm not surprised. We've got a couple dashes in speed, and it lends me to believe that we're going more towards it. And I mean, Poppy support just kind of takes over. Rakan Renekton going to round us out on the bans here, pinching that top lane pool. But I mean, it's Biped. This man's pool is basically an ocean.
True.
So I am curious where we go. We're probably still looking ADC support for RPI here, which likely means that they're leaving support for round 5 counter pick, which I personally hate and loathe and detest, but it is a thing. That is a Leona. We might be looking at a Mel APC angle here now that I think about it.
That would make a lot of sense. I'm a big fan of running the Braum with the Jinx in the bot lane, just because once you get the slow combo with Jinx's racked up movement speed, it allows for some pretty fun chase downs.
I don't hate it. I do know that Doom has an Ashe somewhere in his kit, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saved the Braum for the Braum Ashe if that comes out later on. The Leona is taken off the board, of course. Alistar. Another great option. I mean, we're going tank engage here.
Yeah.
So what else are we going to do besides Alistar?
Got that WQ knock up. What else do you need?
Enough skill to do it.
True.
I was convinced to play Alistar, and I still haven't quite figured it out.
Ooh.
Gonna be the Cassante locked in the top side, and this final pick may or may not tell me everything I need to know.
That is true. Time is a ticking.
Yeah, I can't see how much time left because our faces are on top of it. Hi, faces. Okay, we could at least put my actual Twitter up there. It's fine. It's fine.
At HummusCasts.
How do you know that?
Because I ran broadcast
for
your last stream, and I had to.
This had better go better than my last stream, by the way.
I'm sure. You get Camille. Okay.
Oh my god.
So we've got a lot of Wukong, Camille, and Ryze all work in the top lane, and then Wukong works in the jungle.
Well, here. Camille support was a thing.
True.
But Leona's only ever going to go support, and Wukong's only ever going to go jungle, which means I'm pretty sure we're going to see the Camille top into the Cassante, and it also means that we are going to have to see the Mel APC, and I don't know how much I like that. That scares me a little bit.
Fair enough. I mean, there's so much utility coming in with Mel's kit, with the burst damage, the reflex, the execute. It can be a lot to go against, but Idaho has had some track records of Shiny Shoes will run the Mel sometimes himself.
Yeah.
And then they will also have done okay into a Mel, so it's not a terrible pick. I'm just excited to see this rematch just because of what happened on week 2 with how long, hard, and fought game 1 was.
Did you cast that game 1?
I did. I've casted every single league game this semester.
Okay. It's fine. We're taking on the top seed. We've changed a lot from week 2. I know that. I think the loss to Edgewood last week got these guys, a little more fired up, a little more hungry for it. They can win. That's not a question. They can win. The question is, are they going to execute well enough to be able to win? Are they going to take the team fights properly? Are they going to do all of those magical, wonderful things?
Yeah, that is true. From what I remember, Edgewood had really good map pressure as well as knowing when to group for objectives. And they were just able to pull off the ganks just in time to one-up Idaho.
Our team fights are a slightly notorious problem. Yeah. And they're getting better. I've watched a couple of scrims off these guys. So, it's getting better. It's just... If they're on, they're going to do just fine tonight. And if they're off, it's going to be an uphill battle across the board, of course. So...
Rue that.
We'll see what happens. I'm so excited. I haven't actually sat back here. I know I casted Rainbow Six.
Yes.
But it's not been my game. I haven't actually sat back here. And if you're going to ask me what I want one of those trophies.
That would be pretty cool.
I want one of those ones.
For League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have one for League yet.
No, we do not.
And we've come close. But, we've got so many for everybody else. It's time for a League one.
That's true.
We should be getting in towards client-side draft based on the noises I'm hearing. It would be great if we could see that potentially so we know where things are going as we look at these 5v5 team comps in the greater picture. Oh, we're just casually on the Rift. I do want to highlight, by the way, Winter Rift is here.
I love it.
I'm so here for it. You give me poros everywhere,
yes.
And they're cute and adorable, and I'm happy in life.
The little dude of the trade running around the Nexus just made my heart so happy.
The grubs wear elf hats.
Yes! That's so cute! Baron has mittens!
Oh, does he?
Yeah!
The one game I played on Winter Rift, we did not make it to Baron.
Oh,
so.
Gotta love that. Shiny Shoe's already taken a nice little chunk of damage to start it off.
Oh, also, they redid all the health pots.
Oh.
So that's what you see there. Those are all healing potions. They're just cute little hot cocoa mugs.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's Winter Rift. I will geek out about how adorable Winter Rift is for the foreseeable future.
Understandable. I'm glad that it gets to come into custom games too, and it's not like it's just like you in your quick plays and comp games that we actually get to have one map that looks a little bit different from the rest.
They had that time period where they were doing a whole bunch of different maps.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had Noxus. It got a little irritating after a while. I'd load in and didn't realize we'd patched, and I was like, what is this? It's good, though. We got the bot lane starting to trade the action here, of course. Camille pressuring into Cassante. I do want to highlight here that these junglers are on opposite clears. So Artan is looking to head up towards that top side. Juicy Green looking to head down towards that bot side. That'll be interesting in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes worth of time once they actually get that direction.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing like how well they like to farm and what engages both teams look to go for. And if they try to counterplay, what lanes they want to gank, if you want to go ahead and try and set up for the dragon early, if you want to give your top laner the advantage. Because like, who ganks top lane? Top lane is always neglected, so you never expect it sometimes.
No, I do remember that one of the keys to success here was the top side. Top side, from what I've heard, got a little run over in a certain game the first time we played this. So there's a little bit of an emphasis in making sure that doesn't happen. Now, we do see Golden Ninja about double the CS lead right now. It's only like 10. It's impressive.
Okay.
It's not that impressive.
True, when you put it like that.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's good. It's slightly concerning, but it's not like gobsmacking yet.
No.
No, we're just looking for that damage. We did see Golden Ninja roam down, get that ward right there by the Gromp that is going to spot Artanis out, so they know where he is. And my concern is I don't know if the Vandals know where Juicy Green is. Funeral going to get rooted up here, and that's just a lot of damage.
Yeah, forced to burn his flash pretty early on.
Did get Odapan's Ignite, so, you know, summoner for summoner there. But obviously Flash, the much more high-value summoner. And it's not like Funeral is running Hex Flash. He is running Unsealed Spellbook, though, so we could see funny Smite action later.
That would be kind of cool. I didn't even know Spellbook was a thing up until, like, probably a month or two ago.
It was a really, really bad thing, and then became an actually semi-decent thing.
Oh, Shiny Shoes is getting dogpiled on here in the mid lane. 1 HP, and Rise is going to get that first blood.
Not a whole lot to say there. Artana's going to hide in the bush. I don't really know why. We're looking for the damage fleeing onto Juicy Green, which is great, but Biped Toast has to roam. Honestly, Sesame Oil should have roamed up on that one. I understand he doesn't have mana, and I understand all of that, but like, Juicy, you just got a flash for free if you're Artanis, and that feels really, really good as you look towards this first dragon spawning in 30 seconds, as you look towards Grubs at 8 minutes. I mean, we talk about the importance of those cooldowns. That's a big one that's off the table.
True. Down here in the bot lane, looking to apply a little bit of pressure. Channeling. All right, diving on in. Knocks up Leona. Just trades a little bit of auto damage. Nothing major off of that engage.
Is that a Hex Flash? That must have been a Hex Flash.
So.
Oh, that's totally a Hex Flash. I thought it was Ignite. No, he's running Hex Flash. Okay. That makes a whole lot more sense now. We do have first move towards this dragon that is spawning in 4 seconds. As we can see, Juicy Green towards the top side of the map. The problem is we're not using it. This is a completely free dragon right now if we take it. Kogachi, Odapan, recalling Juicy Green, wrong side of the map. Like, that's a completely free dragon if we want to take it. We opt not to hit the recall timers, hit all of that. I get it, we're standing on a scuttle crab, but still, those neutral objectives are what's really going to swing this game. Speaking of swinging this game, Golden Ninja has that level 6 before Biped, so we do need to keep an eye out on that Hextech ultimatum coming through, that lockup. But other than that, the question is, who's going to make the first move? Yes, we saw that gank in mid lane. Yes, it was a great kill. It still isn't a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, true. It looks like Juicy Green here is still kind of hiding just towards the top lane side. Behind
He's vertical jungling right now is what he's doing. That's just mean. Okay.
I mean, if it works, it works. As Overlord is making his way towards the Dragon Pit.
Question on whether or not it works is, does Artanis suss it out? And do we get a dragon off of this? Biped needs to be very, very careful here. Juicy does not have the flash, of course. But, I mean, can still look to turret dive, especially if Biped falls low into Golden Ninja. Pressing it forward, Juicy Green on the recall means that we don't have a whole lot to be concerned about in terms of turret dive. Biped gonna go all out, flashing after Golden, looking for the kill. Kogachi found Artanis. We had the bot lane scuffle where Doom found Odapan as the 1-for-1 trade down there. And Biped flash for flash in the top side.
Yeah, it was a solid engage. Biped tried to bring them under the tower to try and secure the elimination.
Oh, no.
So the number Shiny Shoes back on low HP, able to run behind the tower just in the nick of time. Got the TP coming in from Golden Ninja to get back to lane. Recall, reset, maybe spend a little bit of gold.
I would like to point out it is 7 minutes and this dragon still has not been taken, looked at, or touched. Like, it's not like we've had a big dramatic dragon fight. No, we just haven't looked at this. Artanis looking to push Sesame Oil back under tower, is going to take a turret shot for it. Just neatly dodging that rune prison. That could have been very, very dangerous had he gotten caught out there. Juicy on the bot side looking for the Scuttle Crab. At this point, give it another 20 seconds, we could see the drag for Grubs trade.
That is true. Grubs will be up shortly. And yeah, Artanis still chilling out here in the bot lane while Juicy Green's just on top of the dragon, but decide to run back home.
Yeah, nice look at the snow globe nexuses that are coming out here. But I'm looking forward to watching them explode.
Yes.
We are guaranteed at least 2 nexus explosions tonight, maybe 3. Hopefully they go the correct direction, but regardless, they will be funny. First dragon still on the map, and as we can see here, we've got the rotations coming out towards this top side. First Grubs is everybody's priority. Autopan and Funeral have both rotated up towards the side. Biped trying to get the priority because Grubs are up, and we're starting them. There is a ward in the back of this bush that Funeral is going to find. The question is, do they look for the re-engage, or do they look for something else? Shiny Shoes, a little bit on the run, but we're just going to yield Grubs. Okay.
Grubs before dragon, why not?
Well, but honestly, it's a great trade, because if you're not going to challenge the Grubs, but you're also not going to counter jungle the dragon, then you just lost. Like, it's going to, yes, I understand it's going to be really, really tiny and minuscule, but it'll mean something later on. We do have Juicy Green pathing down towards this dragon now, so we could see the delayed dragon take, because we're looking up topside for the tower dive on the Golden Ninja. Please let this work properly.
Everybody is here. Funeral and Artanis in on the support. Camille going to go ahead and drop the ult and get Biped stuck under tower. Not going to attack, though, and eat any shots, as the minions are still there to support him.
That was the most anticlimactic turret dive I think I've ever seen. Nobody took a tower shot.
And there was a 3-on-1, and everyone disengaged.
Yeah, everybody went, hello, nice to meet you. Hello there, this is what my support looks like. Goodbye. We will have the dragon taken by Juicy Green. Obviously, need to keep an eye on that dragon stacking as it happens. But, I mean, at this point, we're sitting on basically a, like, 24, 25-minute soul, which, in the grand scheme of things, is slow.
Yeah. Took a long time. Normally, everyone's jumping on the objectives, looking to try and capture the first dragon ASAP. But I like the waiting here that the both teams look to try to get priority on the Grubs.
Yes, and of course we are starting to look towards those feats of strength. RPI only needs 1 more kill to get that feat of warfare, and they could be looking for it here. Funeral getting collapsed on from Juicy Green is going to get rooted up. The engage will not be solid with the headbutt pulverized. Solar Flare going to connect. The feat of warfare by Kogachi, but it'll get traded away by Doom. It's going to be the 2 for 2 as Doom finds 2. And if you're going to get turret dove, that's how you die.
What an engage going on there. And it looks like Doom is the only player on the team to go ahead and secure any objectives for the side of Idaho right now.
It's fine.
So same for...
There's no follow-up. The fleeing. It's beautiful. Artanis. It's gorgeous.
Tying us up at 4 eliminations apiece so far.
Is worth noting, of course, that RPI got to 3 first, so they will have that feat of death. That one. We're 1-1 on jungle objectives, and we are, of course, also looking for that first tower. All of our towers are still looking healthy. I think we've probably got another 5 minutes or so before we look at feats. But, you know, that was a big pickup in the mid lane. Gold lead shrunk to about 700, 600, and most of that's going to be coming off of those assists that have been coming through. It's just been a little bit more team play out of RPI, but it's not a big deal right now.
No. It's just a nice, normal, casual early game of League of Legends. Everyone's here to find Autopon, knocking him up. Artanis coming in for the support. Autopon able to flee just in time.
There's the root, but it gets dodged around by everybody. The Solar Flare will connect, but it's all connecting onto Artanis. Flash is coming through. Have to watch out for the Realm Warp. Funeral looking for the disengage. He might die for this. As the Zenith Blade comes in by Autopon. Funeral using that Unbreakable, still very, very full health. And everybody will walk away.
It looks like
Will
Shiny
they?
Shoes
Never
and
mind.
Sesame Oil are coming back down to make these numbers go even bigger here in the bot lane. Audapon sitting super low. Tries to shoot the Jinx Missile and it's deflected by Kogachi.
I was wondering if we were going to see that.
Wow.
We do, in fact, see that. Everybody gets out alive. When we talk about what got burned, honestly, most of the flashes got held. Like, wasn't that big. Would have been more impressive if somebody had died. Speaking of somebody dying, top side of your map, Golden Ninja used that ultimate, escaping on very low health, but did find the gank kill onto Biped Toast. Just his first death of the map here. Obviously needs to be a little bit more careful. Doom, Funeral, okay. We can't emote in ECAC games, but rock on with your bad self, Kogachi.
Funeral just wanted to run in and say a little hello. Arcanus is sitting low here as he's getting jumped on by Juicy Green, and Juicy Green's going to find another elimination.
That was a questionable place to be, if I'm being 100% honest. I think we were looking for the low health Camille, and we just kind of walked into Wukong and went, oops, there's a monkey there. Which, understandable, oops, there's a monkey there.
Monkey beats wolf in this case.
Monkey will pretty consistently beat wolf here for a little bit.
That is true. Full Moon's not howling yet.
No, it's not. We do continue to look towards this next dragon going to be spawning in just over a minute. We will have Rift Herald in 2 minutes. So once again, we'll have semi-synced up neutral objectives. Depending on what the Vandals want to take, we'll see. This game feels like it's starting to slip just a little bit. It's a 2,000 gold lead for RPI. It feels like it's starting to slip a little bit, but not a lot of it. Like, there's still plenty of avenues back into this. We're just getting out-ganked. We're not getting out-team fought. We're getting out-ganked.
Yeah, Juicy Green has great objective awareness, as well as just knowing when to rotate, when to come in, how to find them vulnerable, and is working very well for his team. Getting 3 assists and 2 eliminations of his own. Not even taken 1 hit yet.
Speaking of hits, we are seeing first item completions come through pretty much across the board. Going to be double Triforces and a Roa coming out for RPI, of course, with that Blackfire Torch coming out for Kogachi. On the Vandals side, no item completed yet for Biped, opting to rush Boots instead, which honestly, into Camille, understandable. Stridebreaker, Blackfire, and Yuntal's looking to get that Yuntal stacked up pretty quickly for Doom here. Biped Toast might get solo boloed. Goes all out, but it doesn't much matter. Golden Ninja finds that kill, and that hurts. Good news, Dragon priority.
Yeah, Dragon's up, and everyone on the side of Idaho is here. Kogachi and Juicy Green making their presence known. Not quite looking to engage just yet, but now Audapon is here for the support. Idaho's still looking to keep fighting that Dragon. Gotten it down to about 60% HP, and they're forced to flee at the sight of so many engineers running in their path.
Engineers are scary. Audapon going to get rooted up, going to dodge Kogachi's root there. Doom of Newbie now starting to rotate up for this. The Dragon Steal is good from Artanis. On the top side, the turret falls. The Golden Eclipse is better by Kogachi. It finds 2, and now Doom of Newbie and Funeral on the run. Funeral trying desperately to get people off of his mid laner, and it will work. Juicy Green will fall. Funeral on the re-engage. Says, Doom, you're excited. Can we find more? No, we can't. It will be a triple kill for Kogachi overall, and at least we got the dragon. It doesn't matter, though, because we lost feats, because we lost first turret, but at least we got the dragon.
Yeah, that was a crazy engage right there. So much just happened in such a blink of an eye. Triple kills, double kills, dragons, and a turret all in one go, and that's what you can expect coming in from these playoff games, where everything is on the line to keep the hope alive for your team.
Yeah, unfortunately, that hope is not alive for the bot tier 1 turret. Kogachi will find that. 6-1 into Doom's 5-1. We're going to be looking for these ADCs. Which team can shut them down better? Artanis is here with Shiny Shoes, looking for some of that engage. Going to get slowed up. They've got the damage, but they don't really have the engage, and that's kind of what I was worrying about with this Warwick pick on Artanis, is doesn't have a whole lot of great angles to necessarily go flying at this team like we want to see him do.
That already down the turret here in the bot. Not much they can do besides just look to farm, get a little bit stronger, head back to base, and spend that hard-earned paycheck.
Yeah, Rift Herald has spawned on the top side of the map. We don't see any teams around it, but of course, with that top tier 1 down, RPI does have priority on it if they want to go for it. We have Funeral roaming up and around for it. We're starting to look for those rotates through here. And Rift Herald would be a great swing for the Vandals, down about 4,000 gold in this game right now. Like I said, it would be a great swing. And at that point, that's what we start needing. Like, we're behind. We're not in desperation plays yet. We're not going to be, I believe. I believe in my Vandals. But we need to make sure that we don't get there. We need to start getting some of these plays. Biped Toast going to get solo boloed on the top side yet again. Funeral on Artanis there in support, but they will not be able to find anything, even though they're looking for it.
Yeah, it looks like the CS gap is just growing on the side of RPI too. Out farming Idaho so far. And when you've got more farm, more eliminations, it's easier to snowball into this mid to late game.
Yeah, it's helpful when you have a couple of turrets down for that longer lanes, that extra farm there. Doom and Funeral have rotated into this mid lane. We'll have the rest of the rotations coming through here as Shiny goes to match Sesame on the bot side. Now, they don't know that Juicy's there. I know that much. So definitely needs to be a little bit more careful there. Maybe they're looking for this. I think they've shown their hand. Like, Shiny has to know, right?
I think so. At this point, I mean, both of them made their presence known. Either got to dive in on Shiny Shoes, clear the wave, and go, or figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, Artanis on that top side of the map towards the Rift Herald is looking for something in the mid lane here. I don't know if they see him or not. But the Hex Slash engaged from Funeral right into that ultimate from Artanis is beautiful. Kogachi on the run, but Kogachi has the spacing, has the damage, has the rampage. Golden Eclipse is going to find Artanis as Golden Ninja goes on a killing spree and finds Funeral. Biped on the run. The pulverized knockback is huge, but it doesn't matter. Golden Ninja finds a double kill. With that, RPI should be able to find that mid-tier 1 turret and Rift Herald if they want it.
Yeah, you've already got the numbers board in your numbers advantage in your favor. Get the turret, rotate up, and keep your ball rolling.
Yeah. Still opting not to go for that Rift Herald, instead robbing Artanis of some resources in his own jungle there. We do have fully evolved Smite, so it won't slow down his Smite. It'll just make sure he's not on gold. Now that they've done that, Juicy can start up that Rift Herald there. Will be, another great tool to knock down one of those tier 2 turrets. All the Vandals tier 1 turrets have fallen. And now we're at about a 7,000 gold lead. Now I start to get scared.
Down here in the bot lane, it looks like Artanis is here to help Shiny Shoes start chasing down Rise, but Audapon coming in for the support. Looking to engage as RPI does go ahead and snatch that Rift Herald up in for their own.
I'm sorry, calling yourself Audapon in a game where Audacon exists is just slightly confusing. I'm sure he picked the gamer tag before Audacon was a thing, but heavens. Funeral going to get engaged on here, looking for the chase down. Will make it out at about half health. Artanis and Shiny Shoes both there, but now the root up damage from Kogachi. Golden Ninja's going in, the Golden Eclipse. Kogachi's unstoppable. And that right there is the power of Mel.
Yeah, that was such a perfectly timed engage coming in from Kogachi and Golden Ninja there. They had each other's number, had the combo on lock. Get the root, get the swipe, get the execute. Artanis is forced to go back home.
Oh, Funeral going to die as well to Golden Ninja down there. I'm going to also find Biped, and the Vandals are just falling. They can't find purchase in their own jungle anymore. Audacon has spawned on the top side of the map. And if there is a shining light of hope for the Vandal squad, it is Doom of Newbie. He is sitting at 5-1. Hasn't really been a major part of any of these team fights. The Super Mega Death Rocket will connect. Won't do a whole lot of good. Mistimed for the dramatic Dragon Steal, of course. But, that's Dragon. Good news, we got Infernal. So it's not Soul Point yet. We've got another 10 minutes before we get there.
True that. The Dragon objectives are huge because, depending on what characters you're playing and what buffs you can get, it can start shifting momentum into your favor with that. And then if the Infernal Soul does come up, that'll allow for quick movement speed around the map, which could allow for Juicy Green to run and steal even more objectives from Artanis in his jungle and even get even quicker ganks onto these lanes.
Yeah, I think we're good without that. Artanis going to spot out Sesame Oil, go for a little bit of a chomp here. Will get Rude imprisoned up on the root and just gets chunked down by Sesame. That is a 2-item Rise right there. Has not had that Roa finish stacking yet and still is holding a level lead over Shiny Shoes right there. And at this point, it feels like the Vandals are just getting out CS a little bit. They don't have a whole lot of the map they can play on anymore. They've probably got 1 or 2 more team fights. And the key to that team fight is you have to shut down Kogachi. Kogachi's sitting on 2 items about to finish that Rabadon's death cap. And once that Rabadon's is completed, it's bad. We need to get the spacing for Doom. We need to get the damage down. And we need to shut Kogachi down. Otacon, though, going to get taken, and that's going to hurt to lose for the Vandals. RPI going to pick it up. Is RPI's mascot actually the Engineers, or are they just Engineers?
From what I could see online during my research, it looked like it said RPI Engineers.
That's wild.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's
very
wild.
unique.
Okay, Otacon's going to fall to the Engineers. That's what I'm going to go with. If RPI wants to hit me up in chat and tell me I'm wrong, please do.
Yeah, please let us know if we're actually right on that.
It's Google. Google is always right.
You would
as long as you don't use Google AI. Google AI is never right. Google is right. 2.5 minutes until Baron spawns. 3 minutes until the next Ocean Dragon. And that's a beautiful route from Shiny, but Doom can't really capitalize on it with a whole lot of the damage there. You got the little head tilt on me on that one. Just the...
Just move him. Can't really shoot through those minions sometimes.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Artanis is able to recall. All right, that could have been very bad engage if you are Artanis right there.
And what's important right now is as we look at that, Juicy Green is ahead of Boots, but hasn't started building towards that 3rd item yet. So only down Boots isn't as big of a deal as being down an item. Like, we're starting to get those windows where, like, this would be a great time to kill one of these guys. When they haven't super backed, we do have Juicy Green backing right now, so that window should have closed the second he spends all that gold. Only bought fancier boots. So he has really, really fancy shoes. Fancy shoes don't always matter, as we can tell, because shiny shoes are shiny.
Yes, they are. I hope he's wearing his shiny shoes today in honor of first round of playoffs for...
He better be.
He has to be.
He wore them on Monday for Smash.
Oh, okay, so there's no way he's not.
He better be. I don't know. I didn't look at his feet on my way in here. I'll go do that during one of our breaks. I will report back on whether Shiny Shoes is wearing the shiny shoes. Okay, it's like an 8,000 gold deficit right now. We've mostly stabilized. At this point, it feels like it's going to be RPI stalling for Baron. They're looking to Baron push into end. Rift Herald spawns here in the river. I think that's just because they ran out of time. Artanis, though, gets caught in between Juicy Green down there on the bottom side of the map. We pan down there just in time to see Artanis fall to Sesame Oil Salad. Otapon and Funeral matching, but that's not mid-tier 2. I said it's going to get found with the Rift Herald. Doom should be able to clean it up before it gets another charge. Please? Yes. Okay, perfect.
That's still 1 tier 2 taken away, though. Could have been a tier 3. Funeral and Doom Newbie looking to go ahead and hunker down the mid lane.
You're my kind of caster. You're like, it could have been worse. Sure could have been. Doom going to reset here. Look for more damage almost to that 3rd item here. And Baron has spawned on the map. And like I said, RPI is not just on Baron on spawn, but they're looking to take it. Oh, Baron wears a Santa hat. And I see the mittens now. You weren't kidding about the mittens.
He's got a winter coat on, too.
Aw, got some Christmas lights up on his spikes. Aww.
Where's my Thanksgiving map, right?
Thanksgiving isn't a real holiday in corporate America anymore.
That's true.
Anyway, RPI going to be able to clean up the Baron buff there. Now they're wearing purple. Now they're starting to look for that final push. Now, when they look for the final push, they could overstep. They could play this wrong. This is a great opportunity, if they play it wrong, for the Vandals to capitalize, to turn this around. It's gapped into an 11,000 gold deficit as that 3rd Ocean Dragon spawns on the map. You just got to yield the dragon. You're not going to take it. If you're lucky, you'll get a Super Mega Death Rocket steal. But that's it. At this point, you're happy because this is wasting their Baron just a little bit.
That is true. Kind of hard to fully engage when everybody's still on the board.
Are we? Funeral and Artanis are looking for the steal. Super Mega Death Rocket connects on the backside. The damage is good. Shiny Shoes finds the dragon. Gonna get rooted up, though. Funeral on the run. It's gonna be a double kill for Juicy Green. We got the dragon, but at what cost? The cost is our jungler and our mid laner. Oh, and our support.
Stuck alone trying to fight the 4-level advantage ADC right there.
It's fine. Bipetos is getting the tier 1 top turret.
Hey, that works. That's one turret on the board for the side of Idaho.
Maybe. We'll see if he actually gets it.
Abraham right into the mid lane, tier 3, buffed up minions. That tower's just about gone, and he's out of here. Looking to go ahead and take the inhibitor. Why not keep these minions on rolling right into the base? Biped does find his objective bounty, taking out that tier 1.
All right, needs to recall in time to try and stop this siege. Doom by himself cannot stop it. Artanis' respawn. It's going to be the 3v5 on this base here. And now this is where the stand gets made. Now that Nexus turret will fall. Autopon falling about half. Kagachi with the shield though, and Biped Toast just gets melted. Kagachi goes legendary. The Hextech ultimatum ensues, and the Vandals will fall. And with that, their hopes of this being a clean 2-0 sweep will also fall. Kagachi will finally die. All right, I want to put that out there. Kagachi died.
And now so is the Nexus for the side of Idaho, sitting at 1 HP, and it's gone. Make it an ace to go ahead and put the icing on the cake as RPI takes map 1 in this playoff game.
27.5 minutes, and that felt a little brutal.
Yeah, I don't think Idaho got a single elimination after the early game.
They got Kagachi at the very end.
Yeah, at the very last second.
Put credit on that Kagachi died.
True. Very fed.
It's a Mel.
Yeah.
A Mel that you can't collapse on just kind of does that. And there was a great peel from RPI to keep Mel alive in that fight there. There's always game 2. And then if game 2 goes well, there's always game 3. And we are in full Fearless, so the good news is we don't need to see Kagachi Mel again. Because honestly, I don't want to see Kagachi Mel again. We get it, Kagachi, you're good on Mel.
But then at the same time, to match the ADC, Dumanubi did already go ahead and burn the Jinx out.
It was a good Jinx.
It was a good Jinx, but he's also got a very strong Yunara to go ahead and match the ADC down there. So Idaho's like, obviously they're not. It's not over till it's over. There's still 1 or 2 more maps that could be played. But RPI just had their number that time around. They knew exactly where to go, knew exactly when to gank, knew when to get the objectives, knew when to push the base and go ahead and secure the. Go ahead and blow up the Nexus on the first try.
We don't need to be so chipper about it, Sam.
Yes, we do. We gotta hype up both these teams coming in here.
No,
RPI is doing a fantastic
this is
job
a Vandal stream. I will acknowledge that it was a great game. I will acknowledge that they ganked well and they had great tempo. That doesn't mean I'm going to be excited that they blew up our Nexus. I'm entitled to be slightly sad about that.
Which is very valid. I'm just always excited to see League of Legends go in games like that. Or just games in general, especially when they're way better than I could ever be.
I wish I had the hands like that. I don't. It's fine. Anyway. Do we break before game 2, or are we almost ready for game 2? How long of a break are these teams taking?
Typically, they take like a 5-ish minute break in between games, and we get times to go run to the restroom, chat with the players, see what happened in their first game. But we usually get word of that before it happens, so we most likely not right now.
Production is crickets right now, I gotta say that. Like, they're just letting us ramble.
That's okay. Speaking of rambling, you want to go ahead and tell us some player inside detail of the JV season? Because like we've casted you guys once or twice. I've talked about you a bit here and there, but I cannot speak from the player perspective.
We sucked. We knew that going in. You know, Spock and I, we were on a team because we needed players. I think what sucks about the JV season is 7-week season. We played 3 weeks fair and square, and then we got beat out in a 3-way tie by a team that only played the final 2 weeks of the season. Like, literally, that is all they played. Nice. Between forfeits and buys, they only played week 6 and 7. And between those 2 wins, they were good enough to make it to playoffs over us. And I'm not saying we deserve to make playoffs. I'm not going to say that. I am going to say that from the player perspective, my last semester of competitive eligibility and all of that, it sucked to only play less than half the season. And it sucked to not make playoffs over a team that played not even a third of the season. It is what it is. We did, I believe, see them starting draft there. So I'm curious if we got the draft link or not. If not, I think we're going to do a dramatic over-the-shoulder Zoom because that's what we do. But draft for game 2. We're in full Fearless. So the champions that have been played can't be played again. You mentioned the Yunara. I want to see something spicy like the Royce Pike. Sorry, Funeral Pike.
I'm a big fan of Funeral's Pike.
It's good.
It's fun.
I'm guessing the Gangplank and Ari mains are going to get banned out from their champions.
Probably Zac as well, because Artanis on the Zac Does do a thing or two.
Just
Knows
a
when to
couple.
jump and be goopy.
Yeah. His Zach is really good.
It's scary.
But I mean, that still leaves picks like his Rek'Sai up.
True.
We've got some more classic picks around the board. Shiny Shoes Hui, maybe?
That makes sense. Maybe an Orianna.
Maybe? Has he been playing Orianna a lot this season?
No, but I feel like at the beginning of the season, yes, but as the season progressed, no. Yeah, we already do see Ari, Zach, and Galio get banned first. Okay, so Gangplank is still on the board. Oh wait, no, we swapped sides this time.
We did swap sides.
RPI is blue and Idaho is red. Okay.
We went for that round 5 counter pick here. Gonna keep the bans mostly the same. As you highlighted, the Galio is different. RPI gonna slam Azir in that mid lane. And I mean, I get it. This isn't gonna be Faker's Azir, but I'm willing to bet it's still gonna be a pretty good Azir.
Probably. RPI does have a pretty solid rankings on their roster. Like their top laner is in the GM.
Their top masters are their top players a GM. Why the heck is this team in our division?
They at least have one GM, and I'm fairly certain it's top lane. Biped was showing me their UGG, OPGG, one of those or the other.
OPGG.
OPG, yeah.
UGG is is really your best bet for looking at champions. And then UGG is your better bet. OPGG is your better bet for looking at players. But I'm sorry, we're playing into a Grandmaster?
Potentially? I believe that's what I saw.
This is fine. This is fine. Divisions aren't totally scuffed at all or anything.
Aphelios and Victor for the side of Idaho.
I haven't seen Shiny chooses Victor.
I believe I've seen bust out the Victor once.
I don't know how it is. I do know that Doom's Aphelios is a pocket pick. It's good. It's scary. It gets banned. But I'm more scared of the Draven.
I am a big
that
fan
scares
of
me.
Tyler 1 in the bot lane.
Because the problem is, if you're picking Draven, you're cocky and you know you're going to do well on the Draven. Then you're going to get cash outs, and then we're going to get League of Draven, and that just scares me.
Yeah, understandable.
Jarvan going to come in the jungle there. You're very excited about a Jarvan.
Oh, no, I was excited because I got an A on a paper I just wrote. I just saw that notification pop up. Jarvan has been fun in the jungle, though.
You could at least have pretended you were that excited about the Jarvan. I mean, congrats on the A on the what paper?
Just one for one of my classes. It was nothing major.
Okay, so Juana going to get locked in by Artanis
That
over
is a pick
Lord
I
Hugh.
like to see for...
It's got really easy gank potential, which is what you need heading into Jarvan, because Lord knows Jarvan also has really easy gank potential. And we know how well RPI was able to play the map in the early game, and they didn't let it go. That kind of snowballed. RPI this time is going to ban the Poppy. So what I'm guessing is the Poppy's a contested pick between these two supports, because I know Funeral has a Poppy. So I'm guessing that's kind of where we're going, is we're trying to keep that off the board just a little bit. Also, obviously, Poppy rebuffs the J4, Flag Drag, Engage, like all of that. Vandals do have round 5 counter pick, and like we highlighted, the Gangplank is open. I don't think this is a Gangplank angle. I don't think this is a Gangplank comp, but they could go for it R5 if they feel like it.
Yeah, if you want to get Biped comfortable, might as well. They just RPI breaking my heart out here, banning the Braum off the stage. Funeral going to go ahead and look for the Thresh. Nice disengage and engage coming in. Got some good hooks, supports. Thresh is a fun pick. I don't hate that. I
don't either. Even sticking with our like very blue color scheme here. We're color scheming here. Okay. RPI has 2 picks left. Going to be support. Going to be top lane here. Their top laner will have to go in blind so we can counter pick, and we know that Biped has the champion pool to be able to properly counter pick. Going to be the Blitzcrank answer into the Thresh, and I am here for it. Because right now, we're just in a straight-up skill matchup in the support role. Who lands their hooks better? Personally, hook for hook, I love Blitzcrank's hooks more than Thresh's.
Me too. I love Blitzcrank's engage. You get the hook, you get the knock up. You got that electric burst.
And what's more important about it is it pulls them to you.
Yes.
All the other hook champs pull you to them. And if you're anything like me, sometimes you miscalculate and you go, oh, I have an angle, and you take it, and then you look at the angle and you went, I shouldn't have done that.
Well, shoot. Going for the Scion in the top lane. Biped looking to go ahead and get that counter pick.
We will see what it is. I don't think this is... Yeah, okay.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's an Aatrox angle.
Yeah.
Because it's not a Gangplank angle. I know they left it open, but it's not the Gangplank angle. Biped's Aatrox is I think it might be his second best champion.
I don't think that's ridiculous to say that. His Aatrox is incredible.
You could just say you agreed with me. I don't think it's ridiculous to say that. Well, thank you. Once my brain buffer's enough, I think that's a compliment.
Hey, I got to keep you on your toes sometimes. You gotta be prepared for my jargon.
Sure, but are we prepared for RPI's Jarvan?
Yes, they should be. I mean, Idaho has played against so many Jarvans this season.
Jarvan's just good. That's why everybody
Jarvan
plays
and Leona, it's like you cannot get away from them no matter where you're at. So maybe Idaho hasn't taken advantage of either. Maybe Leona once, but Idaho has not taken advantage of Jarvan themselves.
I mean, Funeral's a lot better on like the Thrashes and Nautiluses of the world than he is on the Leonas of the world, I think. So I'm not really surprised. They're good. I'm excited for the Thrash. I'm slightly concerned. Blitzcrank Draven is a deadly combination. Yeah. We highlighted the Blitzcrank engage. Well, Draven has the ability to like follow up on that engage. It's not like we're over here playing like Blitzcrank Smolder or something.
True.
Where it's like, oh no, I got pulled in. Oh well, guess I'm gonna take 2 damage. Yeah. All the love to Smolder. Early game Smolder is not it.
No, not at all. Early game Draven though.
Yeah, this could snowball even quicker than game 1. So I need to see the Vandals have something. They know how RPI plays. This is their 4th game into them. They've looked better than they just did. They can pull this out. They just need to execute. And at the end of the day, the execution kind of falls on Artanis' shoulders just a little bit. Needs to match Juicy Green in that jungle role. Needs to match the gank timings, because really that's what it was. RPI got a small lead, and then they didn't lose it, which shout out to RPI for being disciplined enough to not lose a lead. Can't tell you how many leads I've watched teams throw. I think the biggest one was like almost 10,000.
10,000 gold lead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes. That's like almost 3-4 items that you've got under your belt.
Yup.
Later.
So like I've seen that happen. I'm sure you've seen that happen this season. So it's worth noting that RPI had the lead and didn't throw it. That's great for them. So now we need to not let them get that lead. We're not on the hyper carry jinx, of course, but Aphelios just as powerful, just as exciting. Do you think we have this? You've watched this team. You've watched this team improve. Do you think we have improved enough since week 2 to actually make a difference and pull this to a game 3?
Now, the improvements from week 2 are definitely... It's there, like, been very drastic. They went from like 0-2 to picking up win after win, getting their bye.
Yep.
They kind of dropped the ball a little bit last week on Edgewood. So I do think a map 3 is possible, but they just have to be aware. Just like you said, Juicy Green is going to be the absolute factor that they have to match, they have to engage with. So if RPI keeps doing what they're doing and Idaho doesn't change their strategy, then I don't think a game 3 is happening.
Well, we didn't take a very long break in between games 1 and 2, so hopefully we made those adjustments on the fly.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. We are seeing a full 5-stack bot from pretty much both these teams except Biped. The wards are down, though, so they know that this cheekiness is happening. You can see them reacting, moving under turrets, sliding around. And at this point, when you know this, you start looking for the vertical jungle if you're Artanis. You're like, well, that's my bluff gone. That's just not a thing that is going to be happening. That part of my jungle's all nice and warded. Like, this isn't going to be a thing. So you reset, you focus differently.
Shiny Shoes was 2 seconds away from being caught with his pants down, able to disengage just in time and run under the tower, but that 5v1 would not have been fun for him. Oh, no, they're going to flash him. Burn the flash, too. Throws the Q out, and Shiny Shoes fading just in the nick of time.
That was a great flash angle from that. And the important thing to note about Blitzcrank here is, I don't know if he brought biscuits or not, probably did, but you only get 3 hooks on Blitzcrank before you have to recall.
Yeah.
And that's 1. Like, that is the one huge advantage that Funeral on the Thresh has over Otapon on that Blitzcrank, is you get more out of it. Otapon needs to be really, really careful once he starts using those combos. The hooks take damage.
And hooks.
Yeah, that's Funeral just hopping in there. Plus the Ignite going down. You'll be fine.
But look how cute Blitzcrank is. He's walking around, swinging his arms. He's in his own world. Even if he's only got 1 hook left, he don't care.
All right, those hooks so far are 2 for 2 on them. We'll look for Audupon to continue hitting those, of course, and then Kagachi to cash out. That really is the bot lane win condition. Hit the hooks like we're looking for here, and then have Kagachi clean it up.
Did not quite land that one, though.
What I want to highlight is Biped Toast has the CS lead here on the top side. And I mentioned that one of their win conditions was not that death sentence getting hit because Juicy Green is here. They were waiting for this. Funeral's just dead. Funeral is going to his own funeral.
Yeah, caught alone, getting tracked down by Kogachi and Juicy Green, trying to make it back to tower, sitting at 1 HP. Hides in bush, tries to flash away, but Draven's going to go ahead and pick up that first blood.
I give him credit. An attempt to survive that was made. But Juicy Green there on that 3 camp clear, going to reset now, head towards his top side. And as I was saying, Biped Toast has that small CS advantage in the top side. It's going to translate into a small XP advantage. And Artana is going to look to translate this into a couple of kills for his ADC. Doom did great last game. Doom finds a kill. Artana is low, going to have to flash away. But Doom looking to clean up Audupon here. It's purple-green, not a whole lot of damage. Going to have to flash for it. Holy cow, can we see? Yes. Perfect.
Kept the aggression up, burnt the flash.
It's still 2 kills.
Yes. Did not decide to run away. Shiny Shoes also keeping the aggression up here as he tracked down a nice chunk of damage on the Sesame Oil. Looking to go ahead and try to crash this wave under the tower.
Speaking of crashing things under tower, Juicy Green taking advantage of that aggression. The flag and drag plus the engage from Sesame Oil. Shiny Shoes does not have the flash, does not have the hit points. Sesame Oil going to find his first kill. And now, by the way, our scores are on the wrong side because they switched sides. Just want to put that out there on the top. While we're getting that part fixed, we are looking for the next kill for the Fetal Warfare here. It's a lot faster than we saw it in game number 1. There's a lot more aggression, and I'm here for it. 2 for 2, and both those kills being on your ADC, that's where you want them. That's what you want to see for this Vandals in the early game.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep it back up. Dragon should be coming up here any second
Juicy
now.
showing in his 3rd lane of 3. Biped does have the flash to be able to get out of this if he wants to. He's going to flash the flag and drag. Look for the re-engage. Get really good damage down onto Juicy. Juicy going to have to flash, and now Biped needs to be quite careful. Could do great in a 1v2. We've seen him do it before. Doesn't mean we want to take it.
Maybe not quite this early. Only
or
level 5,
maybe we
though.
just take the 1v1.
Able to, yeah, knock down a nice
We're waiting on that
golden
Q
in his
recall.
head.
There's the pullback, the flash. That is the Fetal Warfare picked up for the Vandals. The hook engaging on Doomanubi in the bot side means that he will burn his barrier down there. Biped on the run from the zombie mode.
I love that. You got to play a little bit of track and field, running around. Get the kiting through so you do not get any more damage on you that you don't need from that Scion zombie.
But that is a good early kill pickup for Biped. We're looking for this top laner to make a huge difference here. Funeral falling low. Needs to be really careful.
Getting bursted out. Still ignited. Sitting super low. Looks like he survives it just with a hair.
Yeah, is going to be forced to recall here, of course. But Doom probably looking for that solo XP. Kagachi very low on mana. Like, we do need to be aware of that. The Hex Flash hook goes just wide. I think somewhere Doom is sweating just a little bit in his seat. Because I'm sweating just watching him because I'm not this good at dodging Blitzcrank hooks.
Yeah, those are pretty scary.
Yeah, going to be the full recall out of the RPI bot lane here. It's 6 minutes. Dragon spawned about a minute ago. Once again, we see Biped getting the gank in with Artanis on the top side. Artanis going to fall to the turret. It's going to be the 1-for-1 in the dive there, plus the ultimate dropped. Still no dragon pressure by either one of these teams. That's what I was saying. Grab's going to spawn in about a minute and a half, but Biped should be able to get a plate, maybe 2 into himself here.
A little bit of a repeat of what we saw here in map 1, where everyone ignored the dragon. And it does look like Juicy Green is down there trying to make some presence known, but decides to go run up towards the mid lane.
Yeah, those grubs spawning in a minute and a half. And right now, if you're the Vandals, you've got 2 kills on your top lane or 2 kills on your ADC. This gold is where you want it. If only you can get a little bit more gold onto Shiny Shoes. Funeral here looking for the death sentence. Has the lantern dropped as well for that engage. Won't be able to find it, but now is just going to find Audupon in a bush if we scoom down. There we go.
Able to get the knock up. No follow-up from it, though, as Artanis is here to support his support. and looks to go ahead and start the engage here on our nice little Hextech Dragon friend.
Gets visioned out, of course, so Juicy knows where it is. It looks like the call for him is head up towards that top side, maybe look for a gank. We're definitely seeding first Dragon here. But Biped has this warded, knows that Juicy's in the area, so we'll keep an eye on that top side here. Definitely spotted out Juicy, so they're going to have to go for the turret dive. Otapon will be able to pull Artanis over the wall. Going to go back over to finish out this Dragon with Funeral. It's first Dragon picked up for the Vandals, and that's a start. Grubs are in 20 seconds. We're not going to see the full rotate through for Grubs coming out, but, you know, we have some priority. This is looking a lot better. This is looking a lot better than game number 1.
That is true. Grubs are already here. The little guys. What kind of little winter updates do the Grubs get? They get little Santa hats?
Elf hats.
Elf hats. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, they're cute. They do spawn. We will probably get a look at them here as one of the teams will go for them. Funeral going to death sentence that their minion, and boy, howdy is that minion dead.
Artanis is at the pit, ready to start the engage on the Grubs. While the bot lane on the other side of the world looking to still duke it out, trade some minions, trade some damage. Otapon trying to get a little aggressive.
What's nice, though, is because Otapon's here, we know that they're not roaming for Grubs, so we're not going to have the support for support trade as that hook goes a little bit wide. It means that it's going to be full Grubs for the Vandals. That means that they have the feat of strength. They are about to get the feat of monster slaying with one more neutral objective, but more importantly, they have a gold lead. It's not a whole lot, don't get me wrong, because of how far ahead in CS Sesame Oil is over Shiny Shoes. But it is a lead, and that's something that we didn't see since the very, very, very early game. Dumanubi goes on a killing spree and finds Draven in the bot lane. Don't know what happened, but he's on red-white, and if you know the saying, Sam, it's red-white, don't fight. And I think they fought.
I think so, too. Got Otapon real low, forcing him to go ahead and hide behind that tower and recall back home. Well played from Dumanubi there, starting that 3-0 lead over the Draven. And like you were saying during the draft, do you think that this Draven just got a little bit too cocky? Wanted to bust it out because, like, pull the average Draven player mentality? Or do you think that we could see this Draven scale come back into the late game?
I mean, if we keep killing him semi-consistently, he'll be fine. He's only gotten one set of stacks. I'll finish that thought in a minute. Shiny Shoes going to get double ultimated there. Did opt to flash, but will fall. Sesame Oil Salad now up to his second kill in that mid lane. Back to my thought on Draven. Draven's only gotten one cash out so far. So as long as we keep semi-regularly killing him, we'll be okay. It's the power of that one shutdown plus cash out to get him back in the fight later on that, of course, concerns me. Biped is roaming down here to try and find Sesame Oil with Artanis. Artanis is on the engage here. So close to dying. Will get traded away as Biped Toast goes on the killing spree. Also have the teleport come out from Shiny Shoes to push that wave. Look for that turret plate. And this is what that top lane priority can do for us. I think it's perfect. Now, Dumanubi has to be a little bit careful under his tower here. Otapon and Kagachi will find that turret plate, of course. But Biped Toast now looking to punish Golden Ninja for trying to proxy the wave. Golden Ninja finds the turret plate, and Artanis is coming back around in support here. And now just Golden Ninja on the run. Biped continuing to chase down, and that's what this Aatrox does best. I think Golden Ninja might just die here. It's going to be slow. It's going to be painful. Flashing towards Juicy Green. Sesame Oil Salad finding that mid lane kill into Shiny Shoes by himself. Juicy Green is going to be able to get Golden Ninja out as well. And right now, RPI has found themselves back in a very, very slight gold lead here 11 minutes in.
Yeah, both teams tying it up 6 eliminations apiece so far. Last game, this was about just as far as Idaho got as far as eliminations.
This is better than they got.
Yeah.
We are doing better than game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. I can safely tell you that game number 1 was the warm-up game.
True. Sometimes that's all it takes.
All right, next Dragon going to be spawning in about a minute's time. We will be looking, interestingly, towards that, of course. And then also first Tower to help determine these feats. And feats aren't everything. You can win without the fancy boots, but they are something, and they are important, especially to help bridge that early to mid-game gap. Artan is getting a great gank down here onto the mid lane, but Sesame Oil Salad, 4-1, sitting on that Gnasher's Tooth, really, really able to just defend this. Gonna have a pretty nice shutdown eventually when those come up on the board, I'm sure. And Biped Toast just continuing to kind of bully Golden Ninja. We had the R5 counter pick, and it just so happens that the counter pick is a champion that Biped Toast is really, really, really good at.
Yeah. Bevhead loves playing this Aatrox, especially into Scions. I like what he's trying to do here. Bully him and not let him run back to his tower, even though he was able to creep right back around and make it there. Here in the bot lane, Juicy Green is home once again, looking to go and try and find his engage onto the Vandals.
Oh!
Sure, Biped Toast is not too thrilled about that one.
Looks like we got a little too aggressive under tower there. Of course, didn't see what happened, but okay. Bottom side, Juicy Green is here looking for it. Gets the Cataclysm. Dumanubi is going to flash. The ultimate drops from Draven. Funeral falling low, but here comes Artanis. Dumanubi with the Moonlight Vigil. Gets the damage down. Will the spacing be good enough? Dumanubi goes on a rampage as Juicy falls. The Death Sentence from Funeral pulls Otapon right back into the damage. They should find the second one here.
Trying to run away, but Artanis
It'll be
there.
painful.
Oh, yeah. Dumanubi going to go ahead and pick that up for the double.
All right, that's going to be his 5th kill of the game. Dragon has spawned. It looks like Artanis is going to start that one up pretty much on spawn here now that he has the priority. And that would be the feats of strength for the Vandals. And I said that helps bridge the gap. They are back into about a 200 gold lead here. And that is on the shoulders of that man right there. Not that one. We'll keep cycling. We'll get to that man eventually. But Doom and Newbie, no, not that one either. Doom, it's on the shoulders of Doom. Man's 5-0. That man, it's on the shoulders of that man right there.
Yeah, we kind of think it was going to be onto the pacing of the jungle to go ahead and match Juicy Green, who is going to go ahead and
oh my god, they stole it.
Matching it, 1 dragon apiece so far.
All right, now the engage, the redemption coming out is going to heal up. Let Juicy Green get that kill, and now Funeral on the run getting collapsed on by 3. Going to get pulled back in by Otapon. Will just run. Doom and Shining Shoes need to vacate the area. And that was a beautiful redemption coming out from Otapon. I got to give credit where credit's due. There's a reason Redemption is like the first build support item on 98% of supports right now, and that's kind of why.
That makes a lot of sense. Cannot argue there.
I mean, I can and I want to, but
98% is quite a lot of supports, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually 98%, but it's pretty much every single support that's worth building first.
Wow.
At least it gets played. It's just so good. It does healing and damage. And I mean, we saw how much of that health Juicy Green got back from it. Like, went from almost dead to very much alive. There's a Princess Bride quote in here somewhere about he's only mostly dead. He's not all the way dead.
Inconceivable.
As you wish.
Your wish is my command. As we look for Dumanubi to crash the wave into the tower, try to poke some more damage onto Tyler 1. He does not want to engage, though, as Otapon is going to rotate on up for this Rift Herald fight.
Yes. Does mean there is a 2v1 advantage on a Kagachi. Hasn't died in a while and hasn't gotten a kill in a while. So has a whole lot of stacks. We see him on, I think, when I saw it flip, it was about 173 there. So that would be quite a nice cash out if he got it, and a tragedy if he died. Artana is looking to try and find Sesame Oil Salad here. But at the end of the day, this is a 3v4 because Biped Toast is engaging by himself, does not have team support. Okay, we're rocking out. Thank you. I saw that angle going in, and I'm like, this is not the angle that we want here.
That's another Herald for RPI right now. Everyone looking to go ahead, try to join this fight. Suddenly, I want to go back to my own home lane. Idaho going to go ahead and get that tier 1 turret.
Notably, the first turret, also notably what gets them those feats of strength pulled out here since they lost that dragon. And that's fancy boots. That's more oomph for Doom of Newbie. That's more oomph for the Vandals here. They're down about 400 gold, but as you and I both know, it's not a whole lot here 16 minutes in.
No, not at all.
This game doesn't feel inevitable. Game 1 at this point felt inevitable. This game doesn't feel inevitable. It feels like I'm on edge. I'm waiting for one truly big, giant team fight here to swing it. Biped Toast now needs to be a little bit careful. Scion is going to ult into him, and Juicy Green is here as well. But Biped Toast using the World End, they're going to flash towards Juicy Green. Sesame Oil Salad having to commit up here as well to help deal with that. Artanis finds Otapon somewhere in that bot side, so they'll keep pressing it. Sesame Oil Salad, unfortunately, comes away with the kill there, so he's up to 6-1. Dumanubi looking for the mid-tier 1. She's not quite able to find it in the Kagachi. But what really hurts is, as much as the Vandals game is on Doom, I think RPI's game is on Sesame.
Yeah, absolutely. ADCs kind of got to do their job. And it seems like Idaho's ADC is absolutely doing it. Okay, 1 up on the farm so far, so RPI is keeping up there in the gold, but
it doesn't matter when you've got 5 kills.
Yeah. Who needs minions when you got eliminations?
Well, he's got kills and minions,
Yes.
so he's doing great.
Absolutely.
Across the board, the CS that is, of course, concerning me is in that mid lane there. It's about 25 CS lead for Sesame plus the 6 kills. We'll see what happens. We still haven't really found the team fight. Like, that was a 1-for-1 that just happened. We're still pretty much dead even in the kills here. Next dragon spawning in a minute. We could see the full and proper team fight at that point.
Yeah, Artanis has done a lot of things differently this game compared to last game, and is going ahead and matching Juicy Green a lot. Up on the CS, is taking a few more eliminations, but beating him out in assists and tying with kills themselves.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do around those neutral objectives. Getting that dragon stolen away from him was unfortunate. I'm going to go with unfortunate there. But the next one coming up will be the second dragon for somebody. We are stacking towards an Infernal Soul here in this game. So that'll be super cool to watch for the ADCs. And again, Draven, Kogachi has so many stacks right now. As Rift Herald gets dropped mid, if Kogachi finds a kill, it's going to be huge. But the Sesame Oil caught up in the middle of everything. The shuffle back plus the redemption means Oil will live. And that was a great angle that pushes him out of the fight. It just wasn't quite enough. Dragon going to spawn in on the map here. But Rift Herald didn't get a charge in.
No, everyone was ready to go ahead and just jump the Rift Herald on site. Take him right out of the way.
All right, we do have Sesame Oil teleporting in towards the bot side, so this is a 4v4. With the teleport coming out, it's going to get stopped. So it will be the 4v4. Doom getting pulled over the wall. He's on red-white. The dragon has been secured, but Kogachi finds the cash out onto Doom, and now with that key damage down, the Chaos Storm gets dropped by Shiny Shoes. Sesame falling low. Sesame will fall. Funeral will live. It's now the 3-for-3. Juicy Green gets death sentenced up. Shiny Shoes on the run into Otapon. Juicy Green finds Funeral. Shiny Shoes finds Otapon. It's a double kill. Juicy falls to Artanis. We flip to the top side of the map where Biped's going at it now. Shiny Shoes versus Kogachi, who came back into this fight after getting a kill. Shiny Shoes on the run should be able to make it out alive.
Super low HP trying
Honestly,
to
at this point, Artanis looking for the collapse. I think Kogachi overextended. Yes, he did. Artanis finds the kill, goes on a killing spree. And just like that, we are still dead even in gold. All of that for nothing.
Yeah, the competition has turned all the way up in competitiveness this time compared to game 1 here. Idaho already doubling their eliminations that they got for the entirety of all 27 minutes of last game. And we're sitting 20 minutes in, and a victor is not decided, and not much towers have been taken. Objectives are trading back and forth. Eliminations and team fights all over the place. Idaho going to go ahead and pick up their second tower here in the mid lane in their tier 1.
Ooh, the Lantern into the pullback. Doom gets the Moonlight Vigil, the Stream and Shuffle back. Doom needs to be a little bit careful. Does give that shutdown over to Sesame. The fact that he was carrying a shutdown after dying already is brutal. But the 4-for-2, the 4v2 yields 2 in the mid lane. And again, that's only the 700 gold lead. There's nothing up on the map for them to take. They're going to look towards Otacon, yes. But the Otacon stall is there, and I mean, you know as well as I do how much damage and tank shred Otacon does.
Oh, yeah.
RPI is going to try and start it off. They're going to see if they can't sneak it here. But, I mean, Vandals have to know they're on it. I don't think they have the time to challenge it, though. They will find the top tier 1 tower.
Yeah, Biped might be going ahead and looking for a bit of a siege here. Go and push that minion wave as we kind of expected. RPI able to pick up the Otacon for their own, taking this objective advantage even further in their favor.
It's fine. We are still dead even in gold. Biped Toast starting to press onto that tier 2 will eventually get answered by Golden Ninja. And Artanis down here to protect that tier 1 bot turret. I believe we'll just be able to pull off the protection there. With Sesame looking for it. Next dragon spawning in 2.5 minutes. Baron spawning in 3.5. And this game is still on a knife's edge.
Yeah, it's going.
I'm scared.
Fair enough. I'm excited.
That too, but I care way too much about our teams to be fully excited. I'm sitting here going, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
As the Sam who is a Sam, student athlete manager, that does make a lot of sense.
I'm still not over Wayne for making that my title. He's so proud of himself for it, too.
I would be, too. I think that is just awesome.
He's so proud of himself for it. Like, he was all up in my DMs like, I found a new title for it. I'm so cool. And I know Wayne's watching this in about 3 minutes. He'll hear this. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I think if somebody's stressing more about this than I am, honestly, it's probably Director Sprock, just because Shiny Shoes is his kid.
That is true.
Wants to see him do well also in his final semester of academic eligibility, hopefully. So it's fine. We've got the 3 for 2 there. Otapon gonna use that ultimate, gonna have to flash away from the death sentence. And, I mean, that's a big cooldown just shot there for not a whole lot by the Vandals. And Otacon, yes, we have it, but yes, I guess RPI has it. But it only really matters when you start getting those kills. Draven finally able to complete his second item there. Did get a nice cash out and a nice shutdown, of course. We've got second items coming out from across the board. Pretty much everywhere, because we are literally on 100 gold differential here. I cannot stress, compared to game 1, where the game felt inevitable by like 15 minutes and it took 27, this is 23. There is no lead for RPI to lose, but there also is no lead for them to like keep.
Yeah.
It's
anyone's game at this point.
All right, Dragon spawning in 30 seconds should tell us a lot. As should the Baron spawning in a minute and a half. You see the Vandals starting to swarm towards this dragon. It would be their sole point if they get it. But they don't realize that they're murder bushing on a ward. And y'all, they're murder bushing on a ward. Otapon slightly out of position here. They're going to try and clean him up. The stun death sentence over. Sesame Oil now going to be the next target. The pushback, will it save him this time? Yes, it will. It will not save Otapon, though. Off the board, the dragon has fallen, but the dragon forgetting Doom. Looking to join this fight as the redemption comes down. The triple stun is good, but Doom now starting to pump out that damage on the flank left. Unattended. Biped Toast finds Juicy Green. Golden Ninja will fall to Doom. That is 2 kills picked up. 3 kills, by the Vandals. And that is now 1,000 gold lead plus a dragon. That's the biggest gold lead we've seen. And the team fight they needed, they found. They found it, true. Sam.
That is absolutely right, Sam. As the dragon is about to go back down. Oh, okay. I thought that was a steal coming in from the Draven ult.
He tried.
That would have been crazy.
He tried.
Oh, I was just a hair off.
Like, I will give Kagachi credit. Just like Doom was trying to steal everything with Super Mega Death Rockets, he tried.
Absolutely. But Baron's just about up, and Biped's going ahead and making his presence known by the pit. You see him slithering, getting his mittens back on, getting his hat back on. And he wants to fight either of these teams right now.
Yeah, that social media trend where it's like, sorry, I'm late, I was throwing a fit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baron was late, I was throwing a fit. Okay, we are starting to see some more of these items come out. I want to highlight Shiny Shoes here. Started off 0-3. Is now back to 3-3 and 5. Back where he needs to be in items. I also want to highlight, to get the items back up, Sesame has that Seeker's Arm Guard. So does have that ability to go golden. The collapse onto him has been really, really good multiple times now. It just hasn't quite found the death, but it's been enough to get him out of the fight.
That's true.
Which is important. Now with the Seekers, now has a little more time in those fights, a little more ability to do things. We need to keep an eye on that as this progresses. Yes, Baron is up. Taking Baron here, a little bit bait. Funeral will just walk away from Otapon's hook. It's beautiful in that regard. The vision around Baron is big. But while everybody's swarming Baron, Biped Toast has the teleport up, is pushing towards the bot side into Sesame Oil Salad, has a 2-level lead. Like, I don't think we've highlighted that quite nearly enough yet. It's now just a level, but still pressing, getting this pressure down. The Vandals starting to get those waves pushing to her. If they get Baron, they have everything they need to lay down a beautiful siege. And if they don't, then they won't get as punished by the Baron siege. It kind of works both ways. Also, we've been talking about Winter Rift, but can I just say cannon minions on sleighs?
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Cannon minions on sleighs.
Yeah, that is great.
All right, about a 2,000 gold lead for your Idaho Vandals here. And as we press Baron, I don't love how little vision is around Baron for us. Like, there's like one ward there, and it's for RPI. We know they're not on it because we know they're on map, yes. But also with a Draven, this kind of falls kind of fast, so we need to be very, very careful here. Now, 2.5 minutes, we will have Dragon Soul spawning, which is a mandatory team fight for RPI. You don't want to just give an Infernal Soul away.
Yeah, that's true. Idaho does have quite the advantage there for the Dragons.
Which means that Idaho knows the angle they're going to take. And I mean, the last Dragon team fight went beautifully. Draven just now hitting 150 stacks of Adoration, as we see pop up in that chat, means that his next kill will be a big one unless he dies first. And that's the thing, is this Draven sitting at 2 and 3 hasn't gotten a whole lot of super major big cash outs.
That's true. Still keeping up in the farm, though.
Yes.
Not falling too far behind in the gold-wise, but when you got those 6 eliminations, that does give you a bit of a gold advantage over your lane mates.
And if we're talking about CS leads, I mean, Funeral with a whole 8 CS lead in support, that's basically a chasm in support. it comes from all those minions he death hooked in that bot lane that we saw.
True.
Like, it got him ahead. It mattered. We do have those wards down now in towards that Baron pit. And I don't think our next fight is going to be Baron. I think our next fight is going to be Soul. And I think for the Vandals, if they win it, if they win the team fight, we're going to see the Soul into Baron into Siege take. And a Soul Baron take is hard to defend against.
True that. No one's ready to engage on anything just yet. Let's go head back home. Let's spend our paychecks. And Biped already sitting at level, both the top laners up on level 17.
Well, and at this point, that Dragon spawning in a minute, respawn timers are long enough since the clock's at about that 28-minute mark that if you die, you're not really going to be up in time for Dragon.
No.
Like, this is where one pick is terrifying.
Yes.
As you see the pings coming out from Funeral, I know he's telling this team what they need to do. He's pinging him. He's like, you do this, you do this, you do this. Like, the plan is there. Now can they execute again around this Dragon? They are going to recall for it first, which means that RPI will have the setup if they want it. Dragon spawning in 30 seconds, and Doom, most importantly. Sam, what are those items?
For Doom and Newbie?
I meant guns. What are his guns? Give me his guns. It's red, white. It's red, white.
Red, white, don't fight!
All right, the death sentence going to go wide. That would have been the go button. We've got Biped on the flank. No, more importantly, Sesame is not here. The teleport coming in, but that'll be a very long 4 seconds. Doom falling low. Doom! Biped Toast finds Kogaki. Both the ADCs are fallen, but the damage is better for the Vandals. Sesame now joining the fight into a 4v2. The Chaos Storm has started sweeping. Golden Ninja caught back. Sesame Oil teleports just to run away. Funeral found Audipon there in that fight. They will find Golden Ninja in it as well. Biped Toast on a rampage. He is 7 and 2. Funeral running for his life, but more importantly, the Vandals will find Infernal Soul here on game number 2.
And once again, Sesame Oil get out just in the nick of time, not letting Idaho get that ace, but still a pretty long reset timer here for RPI to go back. Biped looking to go ahead, keep the aggression up. He didn't get it. He's still hungry after all those eliminations. Feed me more. But Idaho is going to go ahead and claim their Infernal Soul 30 minutes into the game.
They are the World Enders pop. They're looking for Sesame. Sesame at 7 and 2. We need to be careful here in between these turrets. Biped there, no flash. Might have got a little overkill. Now, enough Vandals did die that it is not the Soul into Baron take. But it is Soul. It is balancing out Otacon. And it is a 3,500 gold lead for the Idaho Vandals. And there is still Baron on the table. There is still a siege on the table that could happen. We have the lead. We need to not throw the lead. Because honestly, if RPI is going to throw everything at Doom of Newbie, which, fair, he was like 5-0 at one point in this game, that's fine. We have other carries that will carry. We have other carries that will get us the team fight victory. And yeah, I'm so excited. This is such good League of Legends. Game 1 was not good League of Legends. This is good League of Legends.
This is what we've been waiting for. Everyone going to go ahead and run back up top, looking to collapse in on the Baron. Idaho's here. Juicy Green left alone, trying to run back down. Back up with Sesame
A pick
Oil.
on Juicy Green would seal the deal on Baron here. The teleport coming in from Golden Ninja means that we will have the full 5v5 up here on the top side. And like a pick here seals the Baron for the Vandals.
That is true.
But they don't have the oomph to really take Baron quite yet, I don't think. Like, they could try and burst it, but I don't know. Juicy's been a little, yeah, that's some decent smite, so I'm going to put it that way.
That is true.
Audipon hook, going just wide of Shiny Shoes there, and Golden Ninja. One misstep. The tower bot tier 1 goes down, but the damage, Juicy Green at half health already. I saw the thing pop up and I thought someone had died and I got really, really scared. Oh wait, someone
Huge
has
engage
died!
on Artanis going to go ahead and start this fight, secure the first elimination.
And
RPI falling back towards the tower.
I think that pick is all they need. I don't think it needed to be a pick on a Juicy Green. I just think it was a pick that they needed. They're going to go ahead and start the Baron. They're going to clear out the Vision. Biped Toast has the World Ender to look for that, but this Baron is burning. The team fight needs to go. Baron has fallen. Will RPI fall? Juicy Green falls. The rest of them, they finally find Sesame. It's the double kill for Doom. It's a kill for Shiny. Golden Ninja, the last one standing between the Vandals and their first ace of the series, and they will find it. It's a triple kill for Doom. It's Infernal Soul. It's Baron. And with the respawn timers at 30, 40 seconds for most of these members, it should hopefully be game number 2 for the Vandals.
Yeah, let's go ahead and ARAM it down mid. Take the tier 2. Looking to go ahead and collapse onto this tier 3. It's gone. Autopon's here. The lone support ready to charge against
Shiny.
all 5 Vandals. Channeling up just a bit.
Yeah, no.
Biped forcing him to make his presence known.
10 seconds. 10 seconds on the rest of the team here. Shiny Shoes is low, but they've got 5 with Baron. Autopon going to pull Doom back, get the damage down, but the turrets are down.
There's one,
3
there's 2.
seconds. Their people are respawning. Autopon will not, and it does not matter. The Vandals find game number 2, and Sam, we're going to game 3!
What a match. What a match.
I told you they could beat them.
Yeah, absolutely. You were right. Is that Freddy Fazbear?
Have you never seen this ending screen before?
I just never noticed that.
I think it's supposed to be Tibbers.
No, it's Freddy Fazbear.
Okay.
He's going to be the next champion in League of Legends, by the way.
God. Okay.
Congratulations, Idaho, keeping your playoff series alive. We're going to take it all the way to a nail biter in Game 3. You kind of got stomped on Game 1.
We don't talk about Game 1.
You knew what you needed to counter back in Game 2 for a nail biter. Back and forth no matter what. Objectives, team fights, dragons, supports, ADCs. Everyone was just all over the place. Who knew who was going to die first? Who knew who was going to die next? What an engage. What a game. And yeah. Game 3 should be
and now we got to breathe, because now we still have to do game number 3. And here's the thing is, we're not going to have Biped on his Aatrox. No. We're not going to have Doom on his Aphelios.
Does still have his Yunara, though.
Does still have the new There's still the Yunara. That weird lady who runs at him fast. And, I mean, RPI has side select, so we're going to go probably back to the blue side. We need to make it work this go-round. But the thing is, we have the confidence. We shattered their confidence just a little bit, and League of Legends is a mental game.
Oh, absolutely. This is just a visual chess. But we just got word that the teams are going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break, and so are we. So go grab some popcorn, go grab some water, go run to the bathroom, and come back for this nail biter of a Game 3, and we'll see you all shortly. Hello, everyone. Welcome on back. We're going to be jumping right here into this draft shortly. What an absolute series we've had thus far. So, in this games, Idaho did not have the greatest map 1 for them, but RPI was doing everything they needed to go ahead and secure that victory. Then we jumped right into map 2, back and forth trades, back and forth engages, and a nail biter to go ahead and let Idaho keep their playoff dreams alive as they crash right into the Nexus and burned it.
I think it's worth noting that is the first map RPI have lost all season.
Wow. They 2-0 every single game?
swept
Wow.
every single game. That is the first map they've lost all season.
Idaho's out for revenge after they got 2-0 there in week 2.
Yeah, and I have to question what this does to the mental, obviously, for RPI. Now, they are back on that red side, like I said, which means they will have that round 5 counter pick on the red side, most likely for their top laner. So we will see how that goes. But for right now, ban's the same. Ari, Zach, Ezreal, LeBlanc, Garen. This is either going to be a Gangplank or a Galio. We've seen both come out from RPI. And last game was not a Gangplank angle. No. It just wasn't. So I wasn't surprised to not see that banned out. I wouldn't also be surprised to see it back in the bans for this game. Pay respect to one of the, I believe, top 200 Gangplanks in the country.
Yes.
At one point in time, which, by the way, he did on Troy Internet, which probably means he'd be at least top 100. It will be the Gangplank ban coming out, paying respect to the skill there. And now, Blue One, you've gotten me excited for the doomed Yunara. I do want to see it.
It's saucy. I would like to see Biped bust out the Jace. He's busted him out once, and that was so much fun.
Okay.
But obviously, like you were talking about earlier, his pool is an ocean. And this is my favorite thing about these oh my gosh, braveries and
Fearless.
Why was that braveries another League of Legends term? This is my favorite.
This is not ultimate bravery. Oh my God, it's the Artanis Lilia.
Oh boy.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Not oh my God. Oh dear. Thank you, Sam.
No, I absolutely love the Fearless games because it forces all these players to go ahead and expand their pools and keeps all these games fresh with 10 new champions on the board no matter what's going to happen. So it's exciting to go to a game 3 because I believe this is only the second game 3 we've had, or that at least I've casted this entire season. There's the Orianna I was mentioning earlier. Oh, that's RPI taking Orianna.
Yep.
Side swaps, gotta love them.
We will see what Shiny Shoes wants to play into that Orianna with the Sivir and Orianna showing. It's logical to assume we'd look for the ADC and mid laner here. Wait for a couple more things to be up on the board so we can try and counterpick as best as possible. Of course, I also wouldn't be surprised if we went ADC support here. We are taking our time thinking through this. Oh my God, are we going Xayah Rakan?
That would be so awesome. Let the E-couples get their representation.
It's not Doom's Yunara. I'm slightly sad because you told me how good it was. But it is the Xayah.
I have not seen him bust out the Xayah once, so this will be exciting.
I like it. I think he's scrimmed it. I think I've watched him scrim it a couple times. And then the Shiny Shoes Hui. I was talking about this in game 2. I think it's his second best champion as well. Obviously second to that Ari that's off the table. And the range. The long rangeness on Hui is nutty. Now here's my concern. Lilia is squishy, and Xayah is squishy, and Hui is squishy. We need some good frontline, and we need a little bit more AD for me. But it's okay.
That's why Braum is here. Please.
You just really want a Braum.
Oh, absolutely. I do like Viego, too. I would like to see RPI go ahead and lock that right on in.
That scares me a little bit, because you were talking about resets and all of that off the Viego, and can kind of quickly turn a team fight. Of course, is also very feast or famine because he can kind of just explode in one shot. Especially if Hui gets the range right. And it's like, hello there, you're dead before you get to me. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yep.
Viego does have great gank timing, of course. And we know it makes sense to ban out the Rakan. And honestly, at this point with this draft, I don't think we're looking at Rakan anyway.
No. We
need to be going something tankier in the bot lane. You might get your Braum wish.
We could also see a Nautilus come on out too.
Yeah, we've got a solid Nautilus on Funeral. It also, I think, does mean, though, that we don't see a Funeral Pike, which also makes me slightly sad. It's not a Pike angle here. I know it's not. But dang it, maybe sometimes it needs to be a Pike angle.
Yeah. Let Pike fight. Gonna go ahead and lock in the Jacks band for the second to last band on the side of Idaho. RPI looking to lock in their last one right now. Time is a ticking. And we'll see who we get here.
I'm honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was an Orin band again. It's going to be the Rel instead. So we are more scared of Funeral right now than we are of Biped.
Yes.
And I feel that might be a slight mistake.
That's true. You never want to underestimate Toast the Goat.
No, you don't. He's a toaster on legs. He's terrifying. I'm going to be the Ambessa band away as well. So paying respect to that top laner for RPI. That's why we didn't ban Nautilus. We were picking Nautilus for RPI. Now, I have a saying I say about Nautilus, and you wouldn't know this, but a Nautilus that starts dying keeps dying.
Okay.
So if we can put the Nautilus behind early, we'll be fine. If not, he's kind of an unkillable tank. It goes one way or the other. Either he's like 2 and 5 and 9. Well, no, like 2 and 2 and 9, or he's like 0 and 11. And there's not really a good in between for a Nautilus.
Oh, no.
Like, have you ever really seen a Nautilus at like 3 and 5 and 7? It doesn't really happen.
Yeah, that is kind
There's
of
the Orn.
Yes.
That's such a good Orin. And yes, I know it's going to get counterpicked because that's what RPI does, but this is such a good Orin angle. Please, does Funeral have Christmas Brom?
Oh, I hope. That would be so beautiful on this map.
I hate Christmas maps. I hate Christmas skins 10 months out of the year.
Yeah.
We're in like the 2 months now where I think Christmas skins are okay.
That's valid.
Brom also has a nice Christmas skin. Don't get me wrong.
Halloween skins are good 12 months out of the year, though.
Just Elise is just a Halloween champion. Like,
true.
Not that we're ever going to see an Elise in competitive play. That's the Gwen.
Okay.
That's the pretty obvious counterpick into the Orn.
Yeah, that's very fair.
But this is a good Orn. I don't know how good RPI's Gwen is, but this is a good Orn.
Biped was telling me about this awesome strategy of Orngoal that is now coming into position where you can just play Ornn in the jungle and you don't even have to recall. You can build your own items and farm up your HP. So that would have been fun to see. Obviously, that's not a pick you want to quite bust out in a competitive game, but I'm a big fan.
Not a competitive game 3 in playoffs.
No. I'm a big fan of goofy off-meta picks, though. So I am happy to at least see the Ornn.
To be fair, JV Jungler Fizz, shout out him, unironically plays Sona jungle.
He was telling me about that earlier.
You're welcome, everybody. I did not let that see competitive action.
What? Why not?
And then current president of Wazoo Esports has played League with us a time or two. He pulled out the Bard jungle unironically at one point.
I love that.
He pulled out the Bungle. The Bungle.
I want to see some Swungle come back.
You know, I unironically don't think Swungle would be terrible.
It's like Swain doesn't have the best movement, but like you've got good engage with your ult and your hook shot.
You've got great engage. Yeah, his movement's not great. You're right. You can't go through walls.
No, you're gonna take a minute to get across the map.
But it's going to be a very dramatic minute because he's going to strut his stuff across there. It's going to be a very dramatic minute to get across the map. You know who will not take a very long time to get across the map?
Who would that be?
Lilia.
Oh, that is very true.
We are going to see the hoppiest deer on the planet. I have seen Artanis, I think it was last season, go like 20-something in like 2 on a Lilia. And I think the only reason he died on Lilia was because he got greedy and got stuck under turret. And it was like a tier 3 turret. Like, you know, it was an inhib turret.
That's awesome. I'm very excited. I've played a couple of games with Artanis, and he did bust out the Lilia when we were playing together.
He's a lot more known for it than the Warwick.
Yes.
I will say that. The Warwick was a little out of left field for him.
Yeah.
I'm honestly a little disappointed we haven't seen the Rek'Sai. I think Rek'Sai would have been a great angle here at some point. Oh my god, we have a player cam. Look at the monster logo placement. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it is.
I got to give all of them hugs before this game, and I unironically tell you, Biped Toast was shaking.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Because 3 seasons him, 3 seasons for Terra, last season for Junior. There is a lot riding on these guys. And it all comes down to this. Like, at the end of the day, okay, it doesn't all come down to this. If they lose, it all comes down to this. And if they win, I think we've still got 2 more or 3 more weeks of anxiety left to have.
That is true.
Which, I am a nervous wreck for these guys. It comes down to playing clean and playing smart. And it honestly, for me, comes down to what RPI's mental looks like. RPI, like I said, they just dropped their first ever game. Do they bounce back? Do they be resilient with it? Or do they go, oh my god, we're horrible and awful, and they just, like, end?
With that situation, oh my gosh, I cannot remember for the top of my head. I want to say it's from Hunter x Hunter, where a character had blood drawn in a fight for the first time ever, and that just absolutely wrecked their mental. And that could be what's happening to RPI right now, too.
We'll see what happens. What we do see is the range coming out from Shiny Shoes. We're going to keep an eye on that range in team fights, because if Shiny Shoes does it right, we will never see him on the screen in a team fight.
Yes.
He'll be back in Timbuktu going, hi, guys!
Landing those sniper shots.
And he's really good at it.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good at this way. I do think it's worth talking about Sesame on the Oriana. The ball delivery system really is juicy green going forward. It's also worth keeping an eye on Golden Ninja, that shroud that the Gwen can drop. And honestly, I have a lot of eyes on that top lane just because Golden Ninja did the counter pick into the Ornn. They let the Ornn through this go-round. They thought that the Rakan and the Rel were bigger problems. And so now Golden Ninja needs to step up into that Ornn and prove why it was a counter pick. I don't know if they will or not. We'll see. Selfishly, I hope they don't. But if RPI wants to advance in playoffs as that first seed and not get majorly upset, that's what it comes down to here.
Absolutely. I do remember from last time around, back in week 2, when Idaho went and faced against RPI, Sesame Oil did bust out the Oriana then, and that was kind of a problem for Idaho.
Okay.
So that could be another champion to keep an eye on this game.
I believe it. Oriana is a problematic champion. Oriana lands one shockwave and then everybody's dead.
True.
Biped getting pushed in early here for Golden. That's how this top lane matchup's going to go. It means that Golden will have the ability to get some of that roaming, some of that earlier vision down. We see that deeper river ward coming out from them. The real question coming around that is, does it matter? Juicy Green going to be clearing towards the top side. Vartan is clearing down towards the bot side here. And across the board, what's really important is those junglers still. I maintain that.
Mm-hmm. The junglers are absolutely dictating the tempo of these games. And Artanis is going to have to kind of step up to match what Juicy Green's map pressure has been all the time. And it looks like
oh my god, Biped for the flash. Gets the flash out. Does he have the cooldown for the kill? No, he doesn't. But into a counter matchup, he's looking strong. The healing potion getting used by Golden Ninja. Oh, Brittle Biped has no mana. This man has 0 mana to play with. And Juicy Green is there, and I don't know if we have the vision to spot him out. Biped.
Yeah, Juicy Green could go ahead and capitalize off
If
of
I
that
squeak loud enough, is he going to hear me through like 2 or 3 closed doors? Oh. He knows Juicy's there. There is no flash. There is just the dash. It's not quite enough, though. Juicy Green going to find first blood in the top side. And that's okay. That is A-okay.
Sesame Oil has trunked down Shiny Shoes quite a bit so far.
Yeah.
Got to play a little bit from the back lines to try and still keep that farm up.
Shiny Shoes is a guy who will go 0-5 in lane on play. And then end the game like 13-5.
That is true.
That is how this man plays Hwei. And do I love it? No. Does it terrify me? Yes. Does it work? Usually, yes.
True that. And that's kind of what happened last game when he was on the Victor.
I've never seen him do that on a Victor before, but yeah. This is a guy who, he's not a faker with hands in lane. I will say that much for him. But he's got a really great angle on the team fight, and he's grown a lot in his seasons here. I'm so excited. I'm so sad to see him graduate, but so happy for him at the same time.
Yeah, same. Shiny Shoes has just been a huge staple for this esports program in general for the past 3 years, and probably even more when back when this was just a club. Captain of the Smash team, absolute the anchor for them as well.
Oh, yeah. Remember when he got so upset they dropped the game? He 12-stopped the school?
Yes. Wow.
Oh, and by the way, I can confirm for you, Shiny Shoes is wearing the Shiny Shoes.
Let's go.
I did check.
He
gave me a little spin and everything.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, first Dragon on the map. If this follows the rest of the games in the series, we'll talk about Dragon for the next 2 minutes before it actually gets taken.
That is true. They like to leave that Dragon waiting.
But it is up if we decide we want to go for it a little earlier than normal here.
Dubanubi are getting a lot of pressure applied onto them, losing a good chunk of their HP, and getting that tower looking to crash, clearing it up just a bit. A little bit of damage done to that first plate. Nothing major, though. We're only 5.5 minutes into our final game to dictate whose playoff dreams are alive and running, who goes home crying and shambling.
I hope nobody cries here tonight. If it does, it'll probably be me.
Understandable.
There's still a clip of me sobbing with Kaz when League lost the very first semester they were competing.
Oh, no.
That's fine. I don't get overly emotional about these games, and I don't get overly attached to my players, which is good, because if I did, I'd be upset that Shiny Shoes died right there to a really sad little auto. But I'm not, so I acknowledge that Sesame Oil used the Shockwave for it. And so, like, that is what it is.
Artanis wants to come in and apply more pressure.
Out upon. Juicy Green was topside, chased by Pet Toast all the way back to that tier 2 turret. Dredge line going to come in from Otapon, and Artanis might have just overstayed his welcome. The Ignite is burning.
That's a fast feats of warfare coming in for RPI.
Yeah, 1,500 gold lead now coming off of those kills. And this is a late game team. This is a team for Idaho, a team comp that scales really, really well.
Yes.
We just need to not throw the early game away so hard that we can't scale into that late game, because Sivir also scales.
Yes, she does. Not a big Sivir guy myself. I don't like the poke that she can harass me with in the bot lane.
I don't love it. Anyway.
Oh, diving in with the shield open, gets the stun onto Otapon, drops him down to half HP, lands the Q onto Kogachi here.
That's great. Do have to be a little bit careful. You saw the terrain shaping coming out from Juicy Green there. Shiny Shoes coming down just a little bit to mirror in case there was a gank, and Artanis there as well. And now Shiny Shoes does have that ultimate up, does have that damage, and is going to start really scaling into this game quite nicely with that Lost Chapter coming out. First Dragon getting taken at 7.5 minutes. It's lightning speed for this series. But once again, First Dragon going to get picked up by the Vandals. I believe, no, they did not get it in Series 1. So maybe First Dragon's their key to success here in this series.
Very well could be. No contestation coming in from RPI on this Dragon. Artanis looking to go ahead and finish the job here by himself. Drop the smite, get that First Dragon up on the board.
Otapon roaming towards the top side there means that, 1, Biped Toast in a little bit of trouble. 2, Sesame using that Shockwave immediately once it comes off. 3, Juicy Green ganking the side here. I believe Biped Toast is just dead. Yes, he is. But RPI positioning carefully around those grubs. They are up 4-0 on those kills, and that's what's giving them that basically 2,000 gold lead that they have. Pressure is good in the bot side. Funeral is not up there for those grubs, so in theory, the Vandals just yield the grubs and go, you can have them, we'll be okay with this.
Funeral going ahead to drop the shield up to protect Dumanubi while they try to look to rack up some plating. Looks like they got one. Everyone's trying to go ahead and find some names for the grubs, as it looks like Viego is starting the engage so far. Cleared up 2. Just about to get this 3rd one, and Void Grubs are going to go ahead and go to RPI.
Yes, they are. We knew that was coming. It's okay. It's a 2,000 gold lead. They don't have like champions like York or whatever that can really, really, really take advantage of them pushing it a turret. Like, don't get me wrong, Grubs are still great and all, but I like First Drag here on that angle. Second Drag will be up here in about 3.5 minutes. It will be a Mountain Dragon for us. And then beyond that, it's this fight. Can we stop dying before we scale? And for right now, I think the answer is yes, because one thing I'm happy about is Otapon has a kill. Artanis and Biped are up here with Juicy Green. It's going to be the 2-4-2. The Unstoppable coming out. Shiny Shoes roaming up will not be enough to save Artanis. That was just an unfortunate death.
Yeah, it was a party up there in the top lane, and Shiny Shoes had to go home early from Shiny Shoes. Artanis had to go home early from it.
No, Shiny Shoes showed up late.
Yeah.
Typical Shiny Shoes. Golden Ninja does need to be careful here into Biped.
Yeah, Biped's looking for his revenge. Got Golden Ninja tracked down really low. Looking to train right on in as Golden Ninja is able to run back under tower just in the nick of time.
Absolutely. I'm slightly concerned that we haven't found a kill yet. But it's okay. I'm not going to be concerned. I'm going to be confident. I am confident that we have not gotten a kill yet.
Looking for the engages, looking for the trades. But right now it's time to go ahead and grab your tractor and farm right back up.
They're engineers. They probably have better tractors than we do, let's be honest.
Hey, we're farmers out here, though.
Yeah, that's why they got the fancy ones.
Yes.
We've got the dirty ones with a dent in it that you got to kick just right to get the door to open.
Yeah, but those ones have more heart and character.
Yes, they do. All right. Dragon, 2 minutes. Rift Herald, like 4.5. This is like the slow lull. And that's what I like because it means that Juicy's not pressing the tempo as much as we saw in game number 1. We're hitting a stabilizing point. We're starting to see those first items come out. And that's going to start making the difference is when those first item breakpoints hit as we look towards the next team fight, which I'm guessing will be in 1.5 minutes around that next dragon. And once again, we see Artanis. Guess who else we see? We see Juicy.
Green.
This man, these men. I'm assuming they're both men. If they're not, I'm very sorry. They're just matching each other so well.
Yeah, every time Artanis has looked for a gank in the mid lane, Juicy Green's there to go ahead and even up the numbers once again to
and they're looking for the stun. Artanis has 3 collapsing on him here. Shiny Shoe's about half health. Artanis with the blast cone will be able to get away from that, though.
Oh. Shiny Shoes has to burn his flash if he wants to survive that engage.
Yeah, that's just the power of that shockwave. You mentioned this Orianna giving them problems in week 2. You know what? I see it.
Yeah.
I understand it. This man is not, Sesame is not scared to use his ultimate.
No.
Shiny, I don't love Shiny still staying there. Okay. Gonna get the wave in. That's what that was. Bot side looks like we have the action. Glacial Fissure used onto Kogachi here, plus the spell shield. Oh, Funeral flashing in. Gonna get Kogachi's flash out as well. Dumanubi just pumping out that damage with those feathers. Shiny Shoes, I'm guessing his recall got disabled.
Forced to kind of stay back.
I don't like this.
Can't step up.
Ooh!
What a shutdown coming in up top as Biped puts a point on the board for Idaho.
That's the first one, but it will not be the last. Or I hope. I'm going to just go with that. It will not be the last. Period. Confidence. Mountain Dragon spawning in at 5 seconds time here towards the bot side of your map. And that first item completion I was talking about is coming out for the top laners here. Jungler up just a little bit of that item. Honestly, I think you can just yield this dragon here. You don't have mid lane prio. Or maybe we can just talk about dragon for 2 more minutes before they get to it, you know? What do I know?
Poor dragons being neglected throughout all 3 of these games.
What we need is a Shyvana. If we had a Shyvana, the dragons wouldn't be getting neglected. That's the Spiraling Despair used there. We're... okay.
Nice chunk of damage coming in from Shiny Shoes onto Sesame Oil. Forcing him to kind of play a little bit more safely here.
He's trying to get that mid lane prior for Dragon, I think. Artana's going to hop right into Otapon here. Kagachi, very low, has to watch that mana consumption, is going to be on the recall. The Vandals have a nice, tiny little window here to look for the Dragon with.
Disturbing his slumber, and he's awakened as Artanis starts the engage on the Dragon. Does not see Juicy Green here, hiding in the bush, waiting for the engage of his own. Go ahead and drop that Shadow Dome, run right through. You could even steal it with a smite.
Otapon in that bush as well, getting pushed off by Funeral, Sesame, and Shiny roaming. This is going to be the 3 for 3. Now Doom is here earlier than Kogachi. And Otapon, Sesame, oh, they find Shiny Shoes on the flank. Otapon at about half health. The Dragon, though, going to reset, and this is no longer a great Dragon take. This is a can we get out of the pit alive? Oh, the Lilting Lullaby lands, though. The damage for Juicy Green having to flash away, going over the wall. That was good. He will get out alive. Will Otapon be so lucky? No, he will not. Artanis finds that kill. Redemption coming down from Funeral. Means that those health bars are still pretty chunky. Artanis looking for Juicy around that flank by the Scuttle Crab. They're going to 1v1. Kagachi will find Funeral. Kagachi! The Feather Storm pull back is not enough. It's the double kill for Kagachi down there. And Juicy Green escapes on 43 hit points.
What great roaming coming in from Juicy Green there. Hiding all those abilities, keeping himself alive with just the nick of time. Sesame Oil left alone as Shiny Shoes and Arteas are here to look for the fight. Tries to drop that ability onto him.
Shiny's 2 levels down, though.
Yeah, that's not the position you want to be in.
Biped got a solo bolo on Golden Ninja. I think this Ornn has just found Gwen's number up there. By the way, Dragon's still up.
And even Rift Herald here.
Yup. And we see Juicy Green towards that top side of the jungle there. So, wouldn't be surprised if we just ignore Dragon for a little bit and go Rift Herald. Rift Herald is more important.
Yeah, it looks like that's RPI's mentality as Juicy Green and Otapon are here. Otapon might be looking to head back on home, though, as he does. Artanis looking to also come right back up Who needs a dragon? Herald's more important to us right now for both of these teams.
Herald would most likely get one of those tier 1 turrets down. It would start pressuring that base a little bit more. RPI did get the feat of killing first, so we are looking towards those neutral objectives and that tower. And Biped Toast once again getting ganked. Now Artanis is here in support, does not quite have that ultimate up yet, but it might be enough to dissuade Golden Ninja from coming in. And just in case, Shining Shoes roaming up as well. It's going to be a good pushback from Biped, and this is feeling different from the first few minutes of this game where Biped was dying. He was dying to those, I'll be real.
Yeah. A little bit down on the farming too.
Did we start Rift Herald? Did we start Rift Herald? I can't see if we started it or if we were just thinking about it. It looks like we started it. This scares me. I am scared. Juicy Green looking for it here. It's about a half health. The pullback will keep Sesame out of this. The Rift Herald will not fall. The Heartbreaker being used. Artanis on the run. Biped Toast being that great front line with the damage. The Shockwave is too strong. Juicy finds it. Meanwhile, the Needlework comes out. Flash invested. Golden Ninja finds Artanis. Shining Shoes left by himself. Rift Herald will get picked up by RPI in the bot lane as well, getting pushed back.
Yeah, that fight did not go in Idaho's favor like they were expecting. They thought they had a pretty free Rift Herald, but RPI came, matched the tempo, gave them the numbers advantage, forced everyone to flee, go back home as 2 people were taken out on the side of Idaho so far.
Sesame oil is really low here. But you know what's lower? Shiny Shoes' mana. This man does not have the mana for a whole lot of abilities to try and get this. Now, Shiny Shoes, oh, they got the first turret top side. That is feats of strength. 4 RPI picked up. Horn is going to get invested by Biped, but all he finds is Juicy with it.
As RPI picks up the Rift Herald for themselves as well. And the second dragon's still on the board. 17 minutes.
Oh my god. This is going to be the slowest soul on the planet.
Artanis is going to go ahead, take advantage of the fact that RPI is all over the map and even back home in base. Clear out the ward and start the engage onto the dragon.
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
No. We're going to clear out the vision on it, but nope, we're not going to start it. This is going to... At this point, even if we take it right now and we go straight through to Soul, we're still looking at basically a 30-minute Soul here. And that's assuming the Vandals get all the dragons. That's assuming RPI doesn't get any, and those are assumptions I don't love making here. I don't honestly know if we're going to see a Soul here in this game.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably true. No one seems too concerned about getting those dragon buffs right now.
I am slightly concerned because we've got Juicy looking for the engage there in the mid lane. Okay.
Autopon's coming to join him too. Golden Ninja running back on home as Biped rotates down mid with a almost 0
that's
HP
healthy.
tier 1 dragon.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
It's like that Jenga tower where there's one brick left at the very, very bottom holding the whole thing up, and you're like, this is fine.
Yep, it's okay. Nautilus could even just go ahead and engage with the hook, destroy the tower before
This
a shot
is a
even
full
hits him.
5.
Everyone's here to go ahead for this second dragon fight of the game.
This feels slightly ludicrous. Shiny trying to find the flank. This dragon is just going to melt down to half health already. Will get cleaned up now. Can we find the fight after it? Do we just want to run away? Doom falling low. The Shockwave is huge, but the Glacial Fisher Feather Storm gets them out of most of it. We'll be on Hex Tech Soul. Juicy Green finds Doom of Newbie. Artanis all by himself, and this is not the fight that the Vandals wanted. This is the fight that will leave to 3 of them on the gray screen, but it's okay. We got second dragon.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a worthy trade if you think so, but RPI just picking up 3 more eliminations, furthering their gold advantage up to 7,000. And there goes that tier 1. Yeah, it was only a matter of time hanging on by a thread
That one needed a sneeze. That's one of those turrets where you're like, I'm not going to take the turret shot to hit the darn thing. Like, I feel that. Otacon is spawning in on the top side of the map right now. At least it's on the top side of the map. Otherwise, RPI had a great angle on it from Dragon. And the pressure's not there. We'll see how long Otacon lasts. So far, I believe RPI has taken both Otacons. I know they took game 2. I think they took game 1, too. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we can finally get an Otacon. Maybe we'll be spiffy like that.
Who knows, because it's farming time once again. RPI is making ready to go ahead and start wanting to disengage onto this Otacon here. Vandals are forced to rotate up to try to match it. Artanis and Funeral are here, but Juicy Green and is that Otapon hiding right under there with Kogachi on the top flank.
And they're kind of face checking this bush here just a little bit. They are going to get the vision cleared out, but Golden Ninja down on that bot side, going to find the tier 1 turret. Now, Dumanubi is left unchecked in this mid lane. Should be able to try and find that mid tier 1 turret. Sesame's going to go ahead and answer him, just like Shiny's answering Golden Ninja. And we've got RPI pushed away from this Otacon. The thing is that we still don't want to take this. Otacon shreds defenses so well, you do not take this in a 5v5, especially not down. The engage from Biped into the Lilting Lullaby into the Glacial Fissure. Kogachi just falls. Now the next one stunned up. Otapon falling low. The teleport coming in from the Golden Ninja. Now the Call of Forge God comes out. It finds Otapon. Biped finds that kill. Funeral falling low, but this is the fight the Vandals wanted. It's a shutdown for Juicy Green. Sesame Oil on the flank now. Shining Fuse matching him up here. It's the 5 looking for Sesame Oil. The Shockwave does connect onto 3, but the Flash engage finds it. It's a shutdown for Doom, and that is the Otacon angle. Golden Ninja, the only member of the RPI engineers left alive. Not a whole lot he can do except stand there and watch as this Otacon falls. And do you remember that 7,000 gold lead?
Yeah, it's 4. Back down to 4, yeah.
All right, Biped Toast on the zoning for Golden Ninja here. Otacon will be secured. Funeral, almost going to die for it, but it will be there. With that, the gold lead shrinks to just 3,500 for the Vandals. And I said we scale. We have started scaling.
This is a prime example of why you do not listen to your rage-baiting teammate in FF at 15. All it takes is one good team fight to go ahead and start getting that gold you need to get yourself right back in the game.
Sometimes you really do FF.
Yeah.
Like the game I'm thinking of where they were all like 7-1 at 15 minutes, and we were, I think by the time we FF'd at like 20, I think we were down, and this is a comp, this is not a comp game, this is a ranked game. I think we were down 7-46 in kills. That's an FF15 angle.
Oh,
this is not. Second item, pull completions starting to come out across the board for RPI. At this point, we have not one, but 2 of those Ornn Masterwork items. That's part of what I mean when I say that we are a great scaling team. Rift Herald dropped mid to no effect is a great cancellation from the Vandals here. And now all eyes are on that 3rd dragon that's spawning in a minute. Means it probably won't get taken for another 5. But, you know, I need to mention it.
True.
Redemption, we're just collapsing on a Golden Ninja, and Artanis has found the damage. Biped Toast has found the killing spree. And meanwhile, the return here, of course, is the 3 members down bot here looking to try and pressure Shiny Shoes out of this tier 2 bot turret, which would be a huge pickup for RPI.
Yes, it would be. Shiny Shoes was able to kind of be left alone and get some farm up, get some XP, get some gold, while everyone else was running around the map and doing their own thing.
Yeah, still about 50 CS down of Sesame Oil, which is concerning. However, when you collapse 3v1 into Sesame Oil, maybe this is less concerning. Oh, they're taking the blast cone. Oh my god, Funeral. Oh my god.
One hit away from landing the root onto Sesame Oil.
Just a 5v4.
Great team save coming in.
The Ornhorn does not find anybody. The re-engage does, though. Blown sky high is Otapon, and he will fall. It's a 5v4 because Golden Ninja was still down and doesn't have a teleport. And as Dragon spawns, Sam, I don't think we need to wait 5 minutes for this Dragon take. I think we're looking for Soul Point right here, right now.
This is the fastest Dragon that we've seen this entire set.
All right. Juicy Green, we've seen him do great things with the Smite Steal going. Does not find it. The re-engage team fight. Biped Toast pressing forward. Golden Ninja comes back from death just in time to fall to Artanis. Juicy Green does not find Funeral. It's the team fight. Kogachi going to be able to get under tower. Will Sesame Oil be so lucky? Going to get slowed up. Shining Shoes on the flank with the pull back. Sesame Oil falls. It's double kill for Doom, who has silently become 4-2 in this game, by the way. Biped Toast pressing forward into Kogachi. Otapon back on the map. Kogachi falling low as Artanis goes on a killing spree. And with the exhaust coming out, Otapon, 1 Nautilus left between death and the ace. And the Vandals will find their ace 25 minutes in.
That was absolutely insane. Just less than 5 minutes ago, Idaho was down 6-13 in order of eliminations. They came and turned around. 2 team fights going in their favor.
I said we scale. I didn't think we were going to scale this hard, though.
Dumanubi left alone in the mid lane, going to go ahead and start fighting this tier 1 turret.
Look at how calm they look.
Everyone's going to go back home.
They look so calm.
And spend those big fat paychecks they just got from that fight.
All right, 25 minutes in, Baron has spawned. More importantly, we are on Soul Point. It will be right around a 29-30 minute Soul, yes. but a soul point nonetheless for the Vandals, which means that in 4 minutes, we know that RPI has to try and take that fight. They have to be there, because you don't just give a Hextech Soul uncontested. You can't. Not in this game. Not when you're down Otacon. Baron on the map. And I think we're going to see what we saw in game number 2, where we're going to get a lot of vision down, and we're going to circle around Baron for a while, and you and I are going to talk about Baron for like 6 minutes, and then eventually it'll happen.
Maybe someday. One thing I am wondering if we're going to see again was game 1 of Idaho versus RPI back in week 2 went to almost an hour, as I mentioned earlier. I think this game 3 has the potential to do the same.
Let us say a small prayer to whatever deity you believe in, for my nerves that it does not, because you don't want to see what happens if this goes 50 minutes. Gold is dead even. We have caught back up there, plus the scaling off of Otacon, looking at about 43 petals. Captain Flowers always says that at 43, it's like 2,500, 3,000 gold, not counting the Masterwork items. We've seen 3. Notably, the Masterwork item has not come down onto Doom of Newbie yet, who's sitting on 3 items. More importantly, though, we say that Sivir is not a real champion until 3 items. She is pretty close to hitting that. Artana's going to take the pool. Otacon having to flash over that wall. And the Call of Forge God, we're continuing to press this forward. And oh.
What a collapse on the Nautilus.
That is a lot of ultimates, as
yes,
they are
it
nicely
was.
pinging out. We used a lot to get that, but the thing is, we saw it in game 2, the Otacon pick into Baron. We're going to see it in game 3 here. Now, Shockwave is up for Sesame. Juicy Green has everything they have. This is a dangerous Baron take still. But Golden Ninja's not here. Kogachi's not here. And they don't have the contest timing.
Whoa. It's another elimination on to Juicy Green as Biped secures his rampage.
I saw my light flash before my eyes on that smite. I'm like, oh god, he's got the timing right. It's okay. We have Baron. We can start pressing out. Now, the wave's not in a phenomenal spot to start pushing out these waves. RPI can look for the contest here in some of these waves. Top tier 1, bot tier 1 still standing. This is not a game-ending Baron.
No, not at all.
Not what we saw in game 1, not what we saw in game 2. Like, this is by no means a game-ending Baron. However, Dragon is in a minute and a half. Soul Point is a minute and a half. Baron will still be up for that. That is something that's worth noting.
And Soul is 10 minutes away.
Oh my god.
Otacon left alone as 5 Vandals ready to go ahead and engage. Stun coming in from Funeral as Dubanubi's going to capitalize off of it and become unstoppable. Let's go ahead and jump this Scuttle Crab while we're here. Why not?
Dear Otacon, I'm so sorry. I've done that more times in comp than I can count. You think you're good, you think you can get that ward down, you think you can get what you need to, and suddenly there's 5 in a bush. And if he's anything like me, those comms went, oh god, I'm dead.
Pretty much. Like, what else can you do besides accept your fate?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Otacon. You deserved better than that. Bot tier 1 has fallen with this Baron. We're pressing in towards that bot tier 2. Juicy on the flank. Needs to be careful with Artanis here.
Vandals are collapsing here. Everyone's home to fight this tier 2. It's going to go right back on down. All of RPI is forced to go and try to hide.
Lullaby into the Spiraling Despair. We're trying to find Sesame on the backside. Teleport coming through. We are going to 5v5 this under that tier 2 turret. Plus the redemption. Dragon spawning in 10 seconds. We thought the last dragon was a quick dragon. Pretty sure this one's going to be even quicker.
Looks like it. Everyone's going to go ahead and take those Hextech gates, run right back on over. Biped waiting very patiently for his turn.
Yeah. We're going to use that little blast cone. Make sure they don't have that for the angle. Juicy has been God with these smites all day, but if he's not there, it doesn't matter. That is Hextech Soul claimed in 29 minutes for the Vandals. Baron still up. The Call of Forge God. This is the fight. Oh, Otacon falling. Juicy Green now running away. This tier 2 tower is still up. The Shockwave finds 3, but there is no return damage. Follow-up. RPI has the angle. They just don't have the oomph.
Everyone's here going again, once again for another tier 3 take. It falls down, or tier 2 take. Go ahead and charge it right back up onto it.
Oh no, Artanis.
Juicy Green sitting really low.
Okay. Oh no, Artanis. Please tell me the burn doesn't get that. Okay. I've seen Artanis' Lilia do some wild things. That was going to be pushing it even for him. Baron should be about to fall off any second now, so we're going to get the last bit that we can out of that empowered recall. And now we reset. We have another Baron in 3 minutes. We have Elder in 5. The waves are pushing. And the gold lead is about 5,000. Now, I was going to say, we just saw a 6,000 gold swing. RPI just needs a team fight. Sivir, Kagachi finally on 3 items, and we all say this when Sivir becomes a champion. The angle has been there. If they can take the proper full 5v5, they will be okay. And you can live without a top tier 1 tower.
No, it's, yeah.
Not important.
Idaho is worth some nice paychecks, so if RPI does get those, execute those team fights like they have been doing this entire set, which has been one of their strongest points, this momentum could shift right back around.
Yes. Biped, we see him captaining there. I can feel the nerves radiating off of those 3 through the screen. Like, I know I'm really getting the back of their heads, but I can feel the nerves there. For RPI, the nerves have to be there as well. This is tense. This is game 1 notwithstanding. This has been a phenomenal series of League of Legends.
Oh, absolutely.
I hate to say it, we kind of got crunched game 1.
Oh, very much.
Like, RPI just cleanly executed game 1.
Nice 27-6 in the elimination split.
Oh my god. We don't talk about game 1.
No, we can talk about
I'm just going to conveniently sneak in here tonight and erase game 1 from the VOD, and everyone's going to be like, well, how are you on game 3? We don't talk about game 1. Well, Artanis might have gotten a little too big for his britches here. Like, they're looking, they're waiting. If Adapon can land 1 key dredge line, oh, they're just going to get visioned out there. If Adapon can land 1 clean dredge line, that'll be okay. That'll be a great engage tool for RPI. Baron in a minute, we see that starting to get pinged out. We see that vision starting to come around. We see those recalls starting to come through. And at this point, pretty much everybody has their masterwork items with the exception of Funeral, who it should be coming out here pretty soon. And the scaling has taken full effect.
Absolutely. 32 minutes into the game. This is already our longest game of the set so far. And there's still not a clear-cut winner decided yet.
You know what's bothering me?
What?
Sesame hasn't built Zonias yet, or Seekers.
Oh, interesting.
Like, the burst damage that Sesame has is huge. We've seen the multi-man shockwaves just decimate the Vandals. And I feel like maybe a Zonias would be called for here to try and get that extra life sustain. Try and stay alive a little longer to get those resets, to get the rest of yourself alive. There are no Zonias actually at all in this game.
No, yeah, no.
What are we seeing here? Okay. Okay.
All right, Baron's up, and Idaho's here to go ahead and start this engage. Melting his HP down, already looking about half. RPI coming around the corner, not even able to contest it.
And a Glacial Fisher from Funeral for funsies.
Might as well.
That was, yeah. We see the pings coming out from Kagachi there. Elder Dragon spawning in 2 minutes. Baron will have fallen off just in time for Elder Dragon. And I don't know if this is a game-ending Baron. It all depends on the next team fight. Kagachi pressing forward, trying to get those waves pushed as far out as possible into this. Sesame just on the flank, making sure that bot wave is pushed out, making sure it won't start cascading into that very, very vulnerable inhibitor turret, because that is all that RPI has left as their final tier 2 falls.
Absolutely. This is the most map pressure Idaho has put on this entire set so far. Taking away the first tier 3 here in the mid lane, collapsing onto the inhibitor as RPI is going to go ahead and run and try to protect the Nexus turrets themselves. Idaho's ready to keep this engage up. Might as well go ahead and take this tier 3 up here in the top. Biped and Shiny Shoes are on it. The whole team's going to go ahead and join. This is 2 inhibitors and open. Yeah, there it goes.
For RPI, their timer is starting to tick. They have to take the team fight into Baron. It's not the angle you want. It never will be. But it's the angle you need to take, and it all starts with that man right there, Otapon, finding a dredge line. We're going to start it off with the call. The Forge God is going to connect 2 under tower. And as that first tower starts to fall, here comes the press forward. Golden Ninja in the middle of all of them with the Shroud. Shiny Shoes will fall. It's a shutdown for Otapon. Doom finds another one. Everybody else is running the Spiraling Despair. It's a double kill for... Oh my god, they did it. Oh my god, they did it.
And that's an open Nexus. Idaho's going to go ahead and start the engage onto the Nexus. Let's go. Congratulations, Idaho, on knocking out the tier 1 team in this tournament. Look at that smile on their faces. The underdogs have come back into the fight. Prove they're not all bark. They got some bite to their name with them.
Taryn's having a panic attack right now. Like that
Wow.
face is just pure panic.
High fives all around. Congratulations, gentlemen. Getting your revenge. What a set.
I don't think
What
I've ever
a
seen
set.
Shiny Shoes smile so big.
Me neither.
And I'd like to point out, that is the Shiny Shoes that did not get a single kill this game.
Yeah, you're right. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here.
I mean, Golden Ninja, 25,000 damage. Sesame Oil Salad, like I said as well, 25,000 damage. Like, the damage was there. They were just not quite able to secure those kills. And, I mean, Artanis, 7-3 and 11, 32,000 damage on that Lilia. It didn't look great to start off with. I'm going to be real with you. That Lilia, those first 10 minutes, that was scaring me.
Yeah, but came back with the highest damage on the team, securing almost, like, tied with eliminations on Dubanubi, 7 apiece for both of them. Funeral coming in with the 17 assists on the Braum. Well played, RPI. Well played, Idaho. Thank you for that amazing set that we just got to witness.
I owed these guys some pizza.
Yeah.
I said we were going to Domino's afterwards, so I owe him some pizza now.
And this is also making me more terrified than ever because a few weeks back I said that if Overwatch and League of Legends ends up winning the finals, I'm going to shave my head. And now both of these teams, I just watched them reverse sweep and casted their reverse sweeps for their
Overwatch
playoff.
reverse swept?
Yes, they did.
I didn't realize they reverse swept. I knew they won, but damn.
So both their fights are alive. Shout out to both these teams for keeping Idaho's playoffs running.
Honestly, can we just take a second and recap week 1 of playoffs?
Yeah, let's
Because
do it.
I think we only had
This
two
was-
teams lose.
Yeah, I think so.
So Rainbow Six Varsity lost, unfortunately, on Monday. Smash won. Valorant JV won on Tuesday. We have no playoff team. Marvel Rivals got their first win. It wasn't
Congratulations to them,
playoffs,
but
I will say for Marvel Rivals, this program officially has 0 winless teams this semester,
Yeah.
which is not something I can say for all the seasons.
That's
Rest
true.
in peace, multiple League JV rosters. Overwatch reverse swept on Thursday. Rocket League Varsity clean swept on Thursday. Rocket League Club unfortunately got swept on Thursday, and now with League Varsity winning, we've only lost 2 teams.
that's pretty impressive.
Oh my.
Good job for you, Idaho Esports, keeping the...
We still got 2 or 3 weeks
weeks
left
left.
until
Yes,
we get the
there is.
championships. Like, let's keep some perspective on that. Obviously, next week, Thanksgiving, we have CS on Sunday at noon that I don't think we're casting. But other than that, it is Thanksgiving. Either go watch the Idaho State-Idaho football game, spam emojis in Twitch like our wonderful producers are doing, or go home and be with your family. Hi, family, because I know you're watching this. I'll see you tomorrow.
Before we head on out, you want to know one thing that could have... let's check out these
We have replays. Oh, I remember this fight. This was like the fight here. And the engage biped toast just staying alive for so long. And Funeral, look at how little health he escaped with. Like, look at that man. He's re-engaging on that little of health. And that's what I mean when I say it's just a couple of key kills that stood between RPI and finding that victory. And, of course, the chase down for the ace there. It's so beautiful.
What a series as we get to go ahead and recap in that. There goes that Baron take.
That was so close from Juicy on stealing that one, by the way.
And there goes the Nexus.
I'm so glad this is a replay and a highlight. Look, it exploded.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into week 1 of playoffs here on Idaho Esports. We just recapped those results, so we'll be back not next week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Week after that, though, we'll be here once again with more Smash, more Overwatch, more League of Legends, and more Valorant.
And more Rocket League. Don't forget about
And
Rocket
more
League.
Rocket League. Thank you. But anyways, that's all we have for you tonight. This has been the Sam Stream, and we'll catch you all in 2 weeks.